guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time we come out with a new video. On our channel, we are not only doing a podcast, but we are helping families every single day, day in and day out, and we're giving some good information, coming out with new videos very often. So make sure you hit that notification bell, subscribe. Please drop a like, drop a comment. For any feedback, we really appreciate it. So today I have a pretty special guest, my boy David Howe.
What's up?
You know, he's killing it in the game right now. He has completely leveled up. So I feel like today we need to discuss a little bit about leveling up, and we're gonna kind of go through his story. He has a very interesting story to share, and we're gonna just go through a few things that have helped him level up. And we're just kind of just go through the motions and talk about everything that we have to give advice, and hopefully you guys can take something from this and add it to your everyday life and level up yourself. So without further ado, Dave, thank you for hopping on the podcast. And in today's day and age, leveling up, it has a lot to do with just learning from experiences, and really just going out and getting it, taking that chance, doing different things. Everybody has a different story though. So Dave, again, welcome. Tell me a little bit about yourself and where, just kind of in a nutshell, where you came from, where you are now, and we'll kind of just, obviously we'll get into a little bit of detail, but in a nutshell, kind of just tell me where you're from and stuff like that.
Okay, so first of all, appreciate you for inviting me out here, bro. It's always a pleasure to kick it with you.
Absolutely.
So in a nutshell, I am born and raised here in San Antonio, Texas, in the South Side.
Okay.
I did spend a little bit of time over in the East Side. I want to say like the fourth grade, fifth grade, and then a little bit of my sixth grade year, and then I came back to the South Side and went to Leal Middle School.
Okay.
And then from there, was just kind of like a little knucklehead at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You still are.
Right?
I just lay, bro.
In a good way.
In a good way,
So,
yeah, for sure.
Was it just? I was just kind of a little knucklehead, man, and that was as a point in time where I was doing a little bit of boxing, I was doing a little bit of sports and stuff like that, and didn't really follow through with anything. I thought kicking it with friends was
more important.
Was more important, yeah. And just just not really doing what I was supposed to be doing. Not really taking care of business the way that I should. And my sophomore year in high school, I ended up getting in trouble with the law. An incident had happened where, to me, it was just a regular altercation, right?
Right.
And not that I was getting in like altercations like all day or every day type of thing, but it was just a situation that happened. You know what I mean? Where it was an altercation between me, a couple friends, and somebody else, and it just continued. It blew up. You know what I mean? It went to beyond measures. You know what I mean? We ended up getting in trouble. Yeah. And my sophomore year, caught a charge for an aggravated robbery, and for a year and a half went to court. Was trying to. Hired a lawyer and everything like that, and started walking that fine line. You know what I mean? Trying to do everything right and show the court that I was very, very capable of being.
You were better than that,
and succeeding and stuff like that, because I didn't have any type of prior record. Like I said, it was just a situation that happened. That just blew up. Like you know what I mean? And we can go in detail a little later and stuff like that. And for a year and a half. We went to court and eventually got sentenced 10 years to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. So
that's crazy, bro. So from one day to the next, life just changed. Right?
I was in school on a Wednesday.
Jeez,
and I was a senior. I was literally caught up on everything. I had half day. I was beyond where I needed to be, and I only needed 3 credits my senior year. So I would work.
You were there.
I would work the second half. I would go to school for the first 3. hours of the day, and then I would go work at the Harlandale School District warehouse afterwards, and it was a good job too. Like I saw myself there for at least the next 5 years. Like you can make a career there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, and I just remember telling everybody like, man, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, type of thing, and shoot, I just went to court, man, and had the family there and all
next
that,
thing
and
you
like
know.
yeah, and like I said, we can go into details,
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah,
little later
yeah.
if you have any questions.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
absolutely, yeah.
let me know.
So,
And
so as of fast forward, right? So now, so now you are a car salesman, right?
yeah,
So you're a car salesman. Also, too, if anybody's looking for a whip, my boy's been
Let me
taking
know.
care of. Yeah, my boy's been taking care of my family and I, and all of our friends too. So he takes very good care of us. So like you said, right? Let's just kind of start there, right?
Yeah.
So you were in high school and you got into an altercation in your sophomore year. You said,
Yeah.
right? Got into some trouble, but you were a senior when you got sentenced,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
For
so
a year and a half,
right.
we were fighting.
Okay, okay.
Because it was actually right after.
Right.
It was the summer.
Right.
From sophomore to junior.
Okay,
So
okay,
it was in the
okay,
summer, so.
okay. So summertime. So tell me, you don't have to tell me the entire story. Whatever. We're gonna go ahead and leave that out. But tell me a little bit about as far as your experience, thinking everything was fine, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then one day, they're coming to get you. Like, tell me a little bit about your mindset, and just I guess if you could tell me about that story. Like not
Yeah, for sure.
obviously not the entire altercation or anything, but like tell me the point of when they came and like you realize, damn, like I'm going to jail. Like
for sure.
tell me a little bit about
So
that.
yeah, so okay, so I guess we could start off by so everything that happened, right?
Yeah.
And I woke up the next day and I knew something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt it. You know what I mean? I just felt, I was like, man, I just had a real eerie vibe. And sure enough, I guess one of my grandmas had turned on the news, and it was about the altercation that happened in front of a corner store, right? Somebody was hurt, blah blah blah. Nobody died.
Right. Nah, yeah.
But somebody got hurt, and it was a 3-on-1 type of thing. And long story short, I just remember my grandpa, my grandma, and mom and dad, everybody calling me to the living room like, boy, what did you do, type of thing or whatever. And I mean, it hit me instantly because bro. I wasn't living that lifestyle. Like I was not gang banging and jumping people and fighting.
Yeah.
I wasn't living that lifestyle.
No. So it wasn't like
it instantly like
bro,
shook me. It instantly shook me. Like
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, because I was like, what the heck
bro.
did I get myself into?
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
instant regret. That's for sure.
Yeah, because like I said, it wasn't like I was out there trying to accomplish
right.
something.
Yeah.
Like it was just something that happened, bro. Just something that transpired from just. I should have been at home at midnight, you know what I mean, instead of out in the streets and stuff like that with friends, going to house parties and stuff. So, but yeah, so instant just ugly feeling like of not knowing what's gonna happen next. Right.
So in that moment, did you know? Did you already have the thought in your mind that, or I guess. Let me ask you this: did you know how much time you could possibly do at that point? No. You had no clue.
I had no idea. I didn't even think that I was like I thought that
you didn't even think. Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't think I was gonna do any time. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I thought I was gonna get like probation.
Yeah.
But not even that. Bro. I thought maybe like I really didn't. To me, yes, somebody did get hurt, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it wasn't that big of a deal or nothing like that, but I didn't think it was
no
serious.
Yeah, to where you were gonna do some time. Yeah.
But apparently it was.
Yeah,
so.
Bro, and that's the thing. Like, there's always like, and I hear it all the time. You always got to be careful of what you do when you're doing it because sometimes, bro, like things will happen in life and. next thing you know, you're getting into some trouble. You know, sometimes people hanging out at the wrong place at the wrong time. It's just, you know, you always just got to be careful of what you're doing. But um, man, that's crazy. So yeah, so kind of finish of when, you know, like obviously, right, your whole life just like changed, right? You were the thought in your mind was like, dang, like I messed up, like I'm in trouble, you know what I mean? So what happened? They
Yeah, so for sure, like
on the news.
I knew I was in trouble. It was on the news and stuff like that, um and just from there, long story short, one day I'm asleep at my grandma's and just get a knock on the door. You know what I mean? And no, I wasn't even asleep at the time. That was the second time. But the first time, I think I was playing like, I don't know, I was playing Grand Theft Auto or something on the Xbox, and my brother just comes. Well, there was a knock on the door. My brother busts in the room, and he's like, David, there's the cops are here, and I'm like, what? I was like, should I run?
Yeah,
you know
what do I do?
I didn't know what to do. I was like, should I run? I'm only 16 at the time, so remember, this is 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, should I run? And he's like, no, they're everywhere. Like, there's a helicopter on top of the house, not on top, but, you know, flying over the house. They're on the train tracks. They're everywhere, right? So long story short, they just came in for questioning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at that point, it was just like, man, I don't remember anything that night. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was smoking weed and we were drinking, and it was really late.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't know how much they knew about me. So I was like, shoot, I don't know anything.
I don't have no idea.
I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I remember being at a house party, but other than that, you know, that was it. I didn't know they had everything on camera.
Yeah.
And what messed me up is that outfit I had on. It was just a white tee with some black 511 Levi's and some all red Adidas. And my dad had told me, he's like, you know, get rid of that outfit or whatever. And, I was like, man, I just got these shoes, got these pants. You know what I mean? I didn't want to get rid of them. And but what they did when they were asking me, they were searching the room. I didn't know that, and they picked up my outfit from that night. So, and then after that, long story short, brother, they picked me up a second time. Once they knew, they came, and that's when they really picked me up. Yeah. They indicted me. I went to juvenile. From there, got out on monitor, still fighting. And then got tried as an adult. Went to county at 16 years old. I was tried as an adult in the county jail. My cellie was like 45 years old.
Bro.
Gang member
and
from New York. I was 16. And there was no, like, and if anybody's been in a similar situation, they know there was no like special pod for younger people. I was tried as an adult. I was literally in the county.
Here you go.
At 16 with grown men.
Jeez, bro.
And a lot of the guys were just kind of like freaking out, like, "What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here." You know what I mean? So they were like asking me, if you need anything to eat, man. This is crazy. The system, blah blah. You know,
bro. You hadn't even experienced life.
Yeah, they were tripping, man, bro. I'm 16, bro. I don't even know what's going on, bro.
Damn, bro.
I'm like in the county jail, and it's huge. I'm 16. I've never been in a situation like this, and I'm like, I don't even know where to go,
bro.
I'm literally just standing there.
Why am I here?
Yeah, and I'm standing there, and I'm like, you know, like, when is my mom and dad gonna come get me?
Oh
you know
my
what I'm
gosh,
saying,
bro.
And but they weren't. Like, they
there's no way.
You're
there. I mean? So you said you went to juvie. Mm-hmm. How long were you in juvie before they let you out?
Just for like 30 days. Okay. I just went in there until my name got to the first to get a monitor.
Got you. Okay.
And get out. And then go from there.
And then you were out here.
Out here, yeah.
For about a year or
a year and a half. From June 2010, right, is when it started, and then I got sentenced February 2012.
Jeez.
So that whole time, I was other than the year. I mean the month of being in juvenile, and then when I got transferred went to the county. I don't even know how my mom and dad did it, but I had a $50,000 bond, so they had to scrape up $5,000 just to bond me out,
just to get you out of
there. So I don't even know how they did it, but they did it, and they got me out, and then we did everything. You know, hired lawyers. A lawyer, not lawyers, and then went to school and caught up on all my classes. Was working during the summer. And just doing everything I could to like prove that one night isn't like who I was. Like, I'm not that young kid that that you guys are portraying me to be. Yes, I did what I did,
right,
but that's not me as a person. You know what I mean? So I did everything I could to prove that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I could say, you know, it wasn't good enough or whatever, but I truly and honestly believe that, you know, we have an idea of what we want to be and the things we want to do, right? And I adopted those ideas during that time where I was waiting to figure out what was going to happen. Man, I want to be this. I want to be a husband. I want to be a father. I want to be a man of God. I want to be this. I want to be that.
Yeah.
And we have, okay, so what am I going to do to get that? Well, I'm going to go to church. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to make some money.
Yeah.
And we have this idea of how we're going to take the steps to get there.
Right.
And then God gets involved and he's like, that's how you think it's going to happen, but this is how it's really going to happen, you know?
There's a different path you're going to take.
Yeah, and I think, like, I just really believe that the hand of God was involved, man. And as a Christian, you know, as a Christian, the main thing I learned is that, like, when you trust God with your life, right? We always usually think like it's gonna be A1. Man, I'm a man of God now.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm not gonna have any trials, any setbacks. It's gonna be gravy. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. You know what I mean? What I learned is that as a man of God, as a Christian, it's not about God just taking all the trials and tribulations away from you and making your life good. It's about God saying, look, you're about to go through some stuff, but don't worry, I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna learn.
You're not alone. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna become everything you wanted to be.
Yep.
In an unconventional way. You know what I mean? I mean, how many times do unexpected things happen in our lives and we're like, golly.
Yeah.
But
like,
then
why?
when the thing is accomplished and the thing is here, you're like, man, I'm blown away.
Bro, yes.
And you appreciate it more because of what you went through. And I see it now. I see it now. But and just from there, bro.
I just like my son, right? And that's my son is a huge part of me that I can use to attest to that completely. I can honestly say that I have been walking with God in full. Honestly, bro, since I've met you, like since I've met you, you've opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I've always looked at things positively, you know, and I've always believed in God, but I've never been this close to God, if that makes sense. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like you said, right, you don't. Everybody thinks like, oh, you know, like I'm a believer of God, and you know, things are never gonna go wrong, you know. Right. And then when something goes wrong, they're like, oh, well, there's no God. Like why? Yeah, where you at? Like, okay, but no, everything that Anna and I have been through have made us who we are today, you know, which is why we appreciate our baby boy even more, because, you know, it gets to the point where, you know, you do question yourself and you do question God, like, why? You know, why are we going through this? Why, you know, but at the end of the day, you have to trust in him and you have to realize that he's there with you. There's a reason why. And, you know, I believe that he has a timing for everybody. He has a plan for everybody. And I think that for us, you know, we appreciate, like you said, we appreciate a lot more, you know, so.
Right.
So in the time where, you know, you were out here, you know, you kind of saw your future. You saw what you wanted to do.
Exactly.
You saw what you wanted to accomplish. All for it to pretty much just get snatched from you, bro. Like that's tough.
And see, because I didn't know at that time what I know now.
Yeah.
Right. Like I didn't know that, you know, that it was gonna take a different route, right? No. I had everything planned out.
Yeah.
Right. And how many times like do we always? Well, we got it planned out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and so I had the idea of what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, and stuff like that. And man, to be honest with you, like that situation, it did bring my mom and my dad back together. We all started going to church. You know what I mean?
Did it really?
Yeah, we all started. Yeah, because they were separated at the time, and they got back together. We all started going to church, and it wasn't necessarily like we were doing it just to get a positive outcome out of it, but because we had, bro, before I got in trouble, one instance, we were at one of my cousin's house. We were all smoking weed. You know, literally had like 10 blunts, and we're all passing them around. An old friend of his pulled up to his house in a small little Chevy Cavalier or whatever.
Your pops?
No.
An old friend of.
An old friend of my cousin.
Got you.
Because we're at his
Okay,
house smoking.
okay, got you.
And he pulled up in a suit and stuff, and he's like, "What's up, man? How many of you are gonna go to church with me today?" And I was like, "I was first." And for me, like I knew it was for me, but you know, but I didn't want to, you know, like accept it or whatever. So I fought it. And I was like, "Church," you know what I mean? Like church, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just literally just said it like that and just walked off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another time, crazy night, house party night type of thing. Ended up in a hotel with some friends, and then was taking a bus back to the south side because I couldn't find a ride. And on the bus, there was a guy selling bread, and he was with the church, and he just kept staring at me, and I was like, "What's up, bro? What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah.
And he was just like, "Man, you know, I used to be just like you, man, when I was younger, just hard headed, don't want to listen, stuff like that." And I was like, I took offense to it. I was like, "Man, you don't know.
You don't know
what I
me.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know? How do you know that I'm not this stand up young gentleman?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You don't know that.
You're
you know?
really judging me."
He was like, but he was on some stuff like, "Nah, like God's just letting me know to tell you, like He's calling you." You know what I mean?
That really happened.
Yeah,
to you, bro?
that happened.
That gave me chills.
There was a third, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember it was 3 times. It was 3 times. Another situation too, where, you know, you need to go to church, or what's up? Let's go to church, or something like that. And then I got in trouble, bro. So it wasn't like I was going. It wasn't like because that happened, I'm gonna follow God so that way I can get the best possible outcome. But it was because like I knew He was calling me. You know what I mean?
And you knew it. You knew it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, don't want to turn it into a church service or anything like that. But during all that, like right before I started to get my life back right as a young man, fighting my case and all that. I remember just getting on my knees on the couch at my grandma's house and just started praying, bro, and just asking God to, and it, not even know this crazy prayer, just like, "Man, God, forgive me, I'm tripping, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but I want to live right." And I just remember like at 16, bro, just breaking down and feeling like God listening, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it messed me up. So so to answer your question, like it wasn't just to get a positive outcome because I really stuck to it. Like when I went to prison, and people were like, "What's up? Where you from? You know, what you want to do? You bang? You know, that all that type of stuff." Right? A lot of people don't even know that I've been there. I've been through all that because they're like, "You don't got no tattoos. You don't even look like it." You know what I mean?
No.
But when I, you know, and like, "No, it's cool. No, I'm solo, man." And yeah, man, I walk with God, but you know, for real. Not. Okay, and you know, they know. Time will tell. So, all right, cool. They'll keep their eyes on you, and then they'll find out if you're really about that.
They're good. They're good. That's the way.
And if not, there's going to be problems.
Yes,
because now you're doing it as a way out type of thing. Jailhouse religion is what they call it.
That's crazy, bro.
So I held it down the whole time I was in there. You know, walking with God and all that stuff.
Like you said, it's crazy because they're like you said, jailhouse religion, right? Time will tell.
Everybody's a Christian when they get locked up, you know. But excuse me, little did they know that for a year and a half I was already on that. Excuse me, this coffee's getting to me.
You're good.
So, and so like I said, I was already on that. But to go back to what you were saying about everything, so I didn't know what I know now, or I didn't know what I didn't know what I know now, or what I knew when I was locked up right before I was gonna go get sentenced. You know what I mean? Like I said, I had my whole life planned out. All I needed to do was not go to jail. That's it.
To make Dude, what you need happen.
I had everything planned out, bro. I had at the time I had a 97 Mustang GT. I had a good job. Man, I just needed not to go to jail. I was going to church, bro, and I had good people around me. Like, to be honest with you, like I just felt like I was living the life God intended for me to live, and it was good. Like that year and a half, bro. No drinking, no partying, no smoking.
It was good.
Yeah, like I was going to work as a young man, and it just felt good, bro. Like I was adulting, and man, I was on cloud 9 at the time.
Would you feel like you were growing up?
Like I was, and it felt good.
Yeah.
And I hated that I didn't start that sooner, right? Because while everybody at 15, 16 started working at McDonald's at school and stuff like that, here I am acting a fool, going to house parties and stuff like that. And, you know, people that went to school with me know, you know what I mean? That I was in the mix, you know what I'm saying? And I hated that I didn't start that life sooner, like just growing up and living, and it was all good.
Yeah.
And then boom, February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day, February 15th, 2012. It's the big day. There's no more resetting your court dates. My lawyer was just trying to push it back for a year and a half. He was resetting the court dates in hopes that it got to a point where they're like, we're still dealing with this. Like, just give him probation and let's go. Let's get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the more that I accomplished in that year and a half, maybe the judge would be a little more lenient on me, right? And and that day I had witnesses. I had a school teacher. I had a counselor there from school that were all there to testify. Like, that's what he did, but that's not who he is.
Right.
And my parents were there. I had friends from church. My pastor was there. Everybody, like, I had like 7-8 people get up and take the stand for me just to testify the type of person I was, but that I was ready to own up to what I did,
right.
But at the same time, if mercy can be shown. So
dang, so you feel like, I mean, bro, that sounds like you had a lot of people.
I was going to jail.
I
didn't think.
From what you're telling me, I wouldn't have thought either. Like, if I was watching this on, like, from the stands, like if I was watching live, I would, if I were to hear that you were getting sentenced, I would be like, wait, why? Like, I
didn't think I was gonna go, bro. And when I tell you that my whole session, the whole court session, so if anybody's been in court, on the left side there's maybe like 10 to 15 inmates, and they're already in county, but their court date is set up. Like, they're just not on bond. I'm on bond, right?
Okay.
So we all have court. I'm in free row because I'm in bond.
Gotcha.
And they're all there, bro. Everybody's at the edge of their seat, bro. Like, it's quiet. You can hear a pin drop. Dude. And everybody's like, man, because the DA is going off, my lawyer's going off, and it's literally like an episode, bro. And when I tell you that, the anxiety, just the fear of the unknown, like, in about 10-15 minutes, I'm either going to prison or I'm going to resume free. My life,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? And it was, imagine, bro, the feeling, bro.
No, I can't.
And looking at the judge, and there's just no expression. Like, nothing that we're doing is working. Nothing. No, all the witnesses, what my lawyer's saying, like, it doesn't look like anything's working. You know what I'm saying? And after an extensive session, the judge, I just, I don't even know what's going on, bro. I don't know the terminology. I don't know anything, right?
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that I don't get locked up, right?
Get locked up.
And the judge is just like, it's crazy talking about it too, bro, because this is weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dang, I don't even feel like I went through that sometimes. I feel like I'm telling you something I saw in the movie.
Yeah, bro. It sounds like it.
And after just an extensive session, the judge is just like, all right, case number TX 2010-XYZ, ABC, blah, blah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hereby such and such sentenced David Howe in 10 years to confinement to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And whatever. She goes off and says some preliminary stuff that she has to say or whatever. And then she just looks up at me and she goes, son, if you got the faith that you say you have and these people say you have, then you'll come out a better person. And she just, boom, gets up and walks away, bro. And when I tell you
crazy,
that I didn't, bro, when I tell you, like, my heart was just, because I don't live that lifestyle,
just crushed, bro. That's not you.
Yeah. I don't live that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not out here gangbanging and my family's not gangbanging. Like, I'm not living that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To go to prison, I didn't spend a year, 2 years in and out of the juvenile system and that TYC.
That wasn't your like third, fourth offense doing
bro,
dumb knucklehead
I'm talking
stuff.
About
like,
my heart just dropped, bro, and I mean I don't know whether to break down or I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to feel like. It was just the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
I mean it was bad, bro. And
damn.
I literally look at my my lawyer and I just remember saying something like, so am I getting probation or am I going to jail? Damn. And he just looks at me, bro, and his eyes are all watery because he had been working with me, and I'm 16, bro, and he saw that I didn't deserve it. And not that I didn't deserve it, but that I wasn't fit for that.
Yeah.
And part of his argument was, the penitentiary is not going to make this young man a better person because he's not living that lifestyle.
Yeah,
he's not going to go down there.
He literally does not need a change. He doesn't need that to change him.
Bro. And that was part of his argument. And while I ask him that, bro, I just bro, I just hear a deep voice behind me, and they're like, sir, place your hands behind your back, take your shoes off, undo your belt, blah blah blah, take your shoelaces off. And bro, they cuff me, bro, and I just look back, bro, and I just see my mom just bawling, bro.
Damn, bro.
And then my dad is just same thing. My dad too. You know, if anybody knows my dad's is as tough as they come.
He is, bro. He's tough. Yeah.
And him too, bro. Just not bawling, but just I could see him crying, bro.
He's sad.
Everybody, all my people, you know, counselor, teacher, just everybody just losing it, bro. And then one of my friends' dads who was there, one of my best friend's dads was just like, he had been to prison for 3 years, and he was just like, David, just literally yelling like, David, pick your head up, don't look down, stick your chest out.
Yeah,
you're gonna be all right, man. God has you. Pick your head up.
Yeah,
bro, it was intense, bro.
That's it, bro. I can't even imagine.
And then they put me in a holding cell, bro, and then I mean, there's just so much to go in depth about that later,
bro. But I do want to get in depth about that.
Yeah, like just the feeling, my thoughts, and how everything played out until I was 17, bro.
Jeez, bro.
17, March 3rd, I turned 18. I was still in the county. I turned 18, and then March 3rd, and then March like 21st or 22nd, they shipped me 4 hours out close to Houston. On a 9,000 acre farm, and I was on Clemens.
Why did they do that? Is it just because like
which part
is bigger? Like why did they ship you out to Houston? Or you said Houston, right?
Yeah, it was close to Houston. It was a small town called Brazoria. So at that unit, they had a youth offender unit. It was not a youth offender unit, because anybody that knows it, it's a Texas penitentiary, but there's a block. There's a 4 rows of cells. There's a certain block that is for people who are tried as adults and waiting to turn 18. So that's why I was going there, because when I got booked in, I was booked in at 17.
Right.
But I had my birthday.
Got you. So when you
2 weeks before I went to there, so I was already on my way.
Yeah,
but on my way, I turned 18. So when I got there, I went straight to general population.
Damn. So. How old do you have to be tried as an adult? Like, or is it at any age?
Any age, bro.
Age. So if you're at any age, you can get tried as an adult, which is why you were 16
in county. Yeah, you're going to county. You're going to county.
Damn.
You're not going in a special part of that.
Yeah.
And even so check this out, and it's crazy, like just how the system is. So if they try you in as an adult, they want to give you more time, because as a juvenile, there's a cap. There's only so much time that they can give you.
Okay.
So by trying you as an adult at 16, they can give you a life sentence. Because as a juvenile, you can only get 40 years.
Right. But
I'm not saying I was going to get that.
Right,
but in general, that's why they try people as adults, because to give them more time or a more harsh punishment.
Right. So you can, so like you said, the system's pretty crazy, but if they try you as an adult, they have the opportunity to give you life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's on Clemens unit, there were 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds with 50, life. 60 years,
bro. That's
for murder and stuff like that.
That's crazy, bro.
And as soon as they hit 18, they just literally walk right across the hallway to general population.
Yeah, bro. I remember first meeting you, and I think you had, I want to say you had just got out. And I was talking to Anna, and I think I went to y'all's gender review.
Yeah, for Luca,
bro. And it as shitty as it sounds, I don't really remember it, only because I didn't know you and Kara like I do now, right? So I was for Anna, and I was just starting to hang out with Anna. So at that point, it was like, hey, let's go to a gender review, right? Blah blah blah. My friend Kara, David, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I showed up, bro. I didn't know anybody there. I didn't. So I now like I'm going. I'm saying hi to your pops. I'm saying hi to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different now.
Yeah.
But I remember meeting you, and Anna like tells me stories like of Kara. She was telling me Kara was talking to a guy in jail, right? And it was funny, but I was like, oh, okay, cool, right? Whatever, like like me, bro. I'm very passive, like whatever makes you happy, right? Whatever. Yeah. And then when I first met you, and then Anna was telling me, yeah, like that's that guy, and I was like, what do you mean that's that guy? And she was like, yeah, he was the one that was like locked up. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. And she was like, for real? And I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. And she was like, I'm serious. And I was like, nah. I still couldn't believe it, bro. And I even asked Anna, I was like, do you think it would be weird, or you think he would get offended if I asked him questions about it? And she's like, nah, he's very open, like he's cool. And I was like, yeah, like I got along with him very well when I first met him. So I feel like I want to, bro, because that, like, even though, like, obviously, right, nobody wants to, I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible, but like hearing what goes on in there, hearing people's stories of like tragic incidents or whatever, like it's very interesting to hear, you know, because you can take a lot from it, you know, like lessons that you've learned. I mean, like, personally, like, I never want to have to go through that to learn things that you've learned. So what am I going to do? I'm going to ask you, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you do different? But I still remember, bro, like meeting you and never thinking. And like you said now, I talked to some of the guys that work with you at the dealership when I was over there, right? You helped us get our Jeep. And they were asking me, like, how long you know David? Like, I had like 3 different people ask me how long I've known you, including the finance guy. Okay. And I was like, yeah, I've known him for some time, not too long, but you know, long enough. And they were like, man, I was like, he's a good guy. And they were like, yeah, you know, we've kind of heard his story, and we wouldn't think that he had done that. And I was like, yeah, you wouldn't, bro. He's very well spoken. He's a man of God, and he's very honest. He always, you know, puts his best foot forward for everybody, and he's a genuine dude, you know. So it's crazy to even hear that you have even been there and done that, bro. So all in all, right, you said you got sentenced 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
How long did you actually do in prison? So because your time got cut short a little bit, right?
Yes,
just a little bit. Yes. So how long were you in there?
I was in there for 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. So from February 15th, actually 6 years and a little bit of change, because you got to count everything.
Yeah, bro, you got to remember.
February 15th, 2012 to March 13th, 2018.
Yeah, damn.
So,
and you'll never forget those days, bro.
No, bro. No. So to think about it like this is going to kind of blow your mind a little bit. So I've been out for 4 years.
Yeah.
But I was locked up for 6 years. So I haven't even been out here in the free as long as I was locked up previously.
As an adult.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and to think
you've been in prison longer as an adult than you have been in the free world, bro.
I came out at I was 24, no work experience. As far as, you know, an adult, I had my little job in high school, but no real work experience.
Bro, this coffee,
it's fire.
It's fire, yes.
I know. And look at the trade.
Oh, let's go, dog! I'm telling you, I'm gonna get the challenge tomorrow. Anyways, continue. Go ahead, continue.
So I was in there. So I was in there as an adult longer than I've been out here, and I came out here at 24, no driver's license, bro. I when I took my driving test, the lady was like, I guess she had been in a couple cars. It was all God, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I guess she had been in a couple cars without AC before she test drove, or before I did the driving test with me. And she was like, boy, you felt everything. But she was like, you turned in a bus lane,
bro. You did it all wrong.
She's like, you sped through the speed zone.
You did it all wrong.
Stop where you're supposed to. Yeah. She was like, but I enjoyed the AC. Yeah. She was like, so I'm just going to put that you barely passed. And she gave me my driver's license.
That's funny, bro.
I'm a race car driver now. You know what I mean? Nah, just kidding.
Right? But, you drive for NASCAR.
So anyways, so I did 6 years. And anybody that knows, if you have an aggravated case, right? Aggravated robbery, aggravated assault, whatever, you have to do 50% of your time to come up for parole. If it's non-aggravated, like a DWI or stuff like that, you can come up for parole at 25% of your time.
I didn't even know that.
So at a 10-year sentence, you would see them at 2.5 years.
Okay.
Non-ag, but if it's an aggravated sentence, you gotta see them at at least five.
Okay.
So I did 6.
And there's no way around that.
No,
like,
absolutely
you have to.
not.
So not like
once you're sentenced, you're sentenced.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And bro, there's all these like different terms and stuff. Like I just don't genuinely understand. Obviously,
yeah,
I do now a little bit more, a little bit better. But yeah, that's crazy, bro. So you had to do half the time. You got out of 6 years.
Been out for 4. I just finished parole this year, so damn, we're completely free, man. No paper, no nothing. I don't got to report to nobody.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
it's a good
don't got to worry about no house visits, office visits. So.
Yeah, that's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, and it feels good. Yeah. So yeah, bro. So
dang, man, that's crazy. So, let's talk a little bit about your time actually in the penitentiary, right?
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
So, like you said, you first got in there. They put you in a cell with a 45-year-old dude. Mm-hmm. At that point, is there like they don't give you any direction, right?
No,
it's really just like, hey, like here you're in here and that's it.
You're on your own. You're on your own completely. They don't tell you, when breakfast is, when lunch is, when dinner is. Not that the food is good and worthy enough to even know those times, because it's really not, bro.
No.
The county food is like it's bad.
Yeah.
It is. It's bad, bro. It's bad. And I really think that stuff be popping off in the county because people are hungry more than anything. I think that's why everybody's so on edge and stuff like that. Yeah, they're hangry.
Yeah.
And so no direction, bro. No direction. They just put you in there and shoot. They don't know your story. They don't know if you've been down this road 100 times or if it's your first time. But they treat everybody the same. You know what I mean? And long story short, just you're on your own, dog. You're on your own until.
So they like you said, you're on your own. So is it? You're on your own completely. So do you? Damn, my man smashed that cup. Still got half a cup. Done. Bro, I try to savor it. Nah, it's good though.
I start to take my time once it gets to like this much. That's when I take my time because I don't want to finish it.
Oh, we can't. You can't give you a Yeti then, because the Yetis feel heavy, bro. It makes you feel like you still have a lot and you don't have anything. Oh yeah. In there. So like you said, no direction, bro. You don't get any direction. You don't get any advice. The only advice you have and the only direction you have is from the people that are actually in there, right?
Oh yeah, that's who really puts you on.
Right,
so,
right. So tell me a little bit about that. You said regardless, like what were you?
Yeah, so regardless of the like the environment and stuff like that, you do come across like. So when I was in the county getting ready to go to the penitentiary, a lot of people knew that I was getting ready to go to the penitentiary. A lot of like other inmates and stuff, and so everybody, because of the fact that I was so young, everybody was trying to put me on and trying to just kind of, I guess, give me some direction for when I get there. And they told me, they're like, dude, you're gonna meet some of the best people that you've ever met in your life, like people that are genuinely just real, and you're just gonna meet some really good people. And
isn't that crazy though? Like it's
like,
crazy, bro. Like and like I remember, like you still talk to some of the people that were
just last night. I'm getting ready to order some shoes for a brother of mine that's still in there.
Damn, bro.
So and he's been gone going on like 18 years, but since he was 17.
Yeah.
And so do the math. He's like what in his, I'm not good at math, but he's like in his high 30s.
Mid 30s.
Mid 30s.
Yeah.
So damn. Yeah, bro, and genuinely still not link up because a lot of them are not from San Antonio, but still talk to them on the phone daily, stuff like that.
I remember you told me.
I'm gonna pull up a picture from. Keep talking about. I'll pull up a picture.
You told me multiple times. Like a lot of the guys that were in there with you have leveled up as well. Like there was a guy that you told me who is fixing and flipping properties who actually started, right? There's a guy that
I just talked to him yesterday too.
And he's leveled up pretty crazy, right?
He's building $1 million homes,
bro.
Yeah, and he did 8 years, right? Long story short, he came out and.
Bro, 8 years, that's a long time.
That's a long time. And he read a lot of real estate books, and he would tell me, his name's Eric Crutchfield, by the way, Crutchfield Custom Homes. You could Google it. It's in Dallas, Texas.
Jeez.
And yeah, building, just told me like, hey, I'm going to get out and I'm going to do real estate. And I'm like, what? He couldn't get his license at first because of his felony and all that. Still doesn't have it, but he's developing it, developing real estate. And his last home sold or it's selling for like 1.2 million and stuff like that. It's crazy,
bro.
Modern contemporary homes.
And see, that's the thing, right? Like, bro, and I tell anybody, who's watching it, bro, the sky's the limit. Like it doesn't matter if you come from nothing, right? Let's say you have $0 to your name It doesn't matter if you've done some time in jail. It don't matter what kind of background you have. If you want it, you can go
how
get
big
it,
your
bro.
support
Yeah,
is.
bro. It doesn't matter if you're
Anything.
alone. If you have a big support system, it doesn't matter what you have going on in your life. You can always do something to make it better,
Man,
and
you
level
could
up, bro. You know.
my on my bio on Instagram, it says God gave you time. God gave you the time and ability. It's up to you to do something with it.
Yeah.
Like that's all we need is time and ability.
That's it, bro.
Like if you got time today,
Yeah.
and you can walk
Yeah.
and talk and move your hands, you're in a good position.
Yep.
You're in a very good to go make something happen.
To make something happen,
To
bro.
go make something happen.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
I said that on my last podcast, that if you wake up, you're breathing, you're already winning. And the reason why I say that, bro, is because there's and like we take a lot. What I was gonna also get at is that we take a lot of stuff for granted, bro. We see that whenever we get an injury, right? Like let's say you sprain your ankle and you have to use a crutch, right? Okay, cool. Well, I can't go and do the things I'm normally used to.
Yeah.
But why did you take that for granted in the first place, right? There's people out there with no legs, with no arms. They can't see, they can't eat, they can't, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, and they're doing more than
Some
you, like,
of them,
you know. So, I always tell people that, you know, like and what really irks me for a lot of people is when people throw like a pity party. You know what I'm saying? And not trying to be no one in specific. But when somebody tells me like, oh, well, you know, I just, man, it's over. If it's not one thing, it's another, or, oh, you know, I can't catch a break or whatever. Like, yeah, I've said that before, bro. Like, there's a time and a place to say that. Like, everyone says it, right? Like, everyone says like, oh, you know, but when you continue to dwell on it and don't take advantage of the time and the ability that you have, that God gave you, that irks me, bro, because like there's a lot of people in the penitentiary that if they had the time and the ability, bro, they would they would sell $1.2 million homes. You know what I'm saying? So, or they would be selling cars and making more money than they ever had in their entire life. You know what I'm saying? So,
100%.
I think people need to take note of that and realize that we have a lot at our fingertips, and we all need to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying?
One thing to piggyback on what you're saying, bro, it's 100% true because one of the main things I hear too, and it's like from people that I know that are incarcerated, or maybe I talk to somebody that is homeless or something like that. Any opportunity I get, I'll talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And one thing I hear a lot, bro, is man, why don't I have anybody, right? And I would say to myself, like, even if you did have somebody, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What do you want them to do? You want them to pay your rent?
Yeah. Do you want them to
and
give
pay
you
all your bills?
Yeah.
And go to work for you, clock in for you, and clock out for you, and make all your money? Like, to what extent? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Right? Or what do you think you need them for?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, you're going to be accountable for your own actions.
Yep.
You know, I've never once at the dealership, for example, got somebody else's check.
No.
Like, hey, this is for you.
Yeah.
So-and-so sold all those cars, but this is for you.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they did all the, you know, so
Correct.
what do you want them to do? Like, I don't have anybody. Well, what do you want them to do for you
Yeah,
anyways?
exactly.
Or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Bro, one thing I always say is, and this is something that I realized, bro, when I was in the penitentiary, is that no matter where you are, no matter what your circumstances are, you can, no matter where, bro, where you're starting from, you can always take a step forward.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a lot of people want to, like,
Yeah.
they want it instantly, but you can always take a step forward. It doesn't matter where you're at, bro. Yep. I had family when I came home, and not once did anybody pay a bill for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had family, but I understood that God gave me time and He gave me ability. So I'm going to go out there and use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And, bro, and just to throw this out there too, like, felony, you know, no job experience, no nothing. I started working at the junkyard.
Yeah.
Okay, how long do I got to be here before I can buy a house? You got to have at least 2 years.
Yeah.
I stayed there 3 years.
Yep.
just to get a home. Got a home. Got a car under my name, all that stuff. First car was a Corolla.
Started building your credit.
Like started from the ground up, building credit, all that, and then you're for the first one to actually give me the idea of go sell cars. Like, bro, you should start selling cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then my buddy Eric Crutchfield, who's doing the home thing, told me, she's like, bro, no matter what you do, you just need to go sell something.
Yeah.
Like, forget everything else. You just got to get in sales.
Yes.
I don't care if you're selling pins or shoelaces.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, because he knew I would hustle.
Yeah.
So
100%.
he just get in. You know what I mean?
I think for him, and the same thing with me, that's the reason why I told you, right? Bro, and I feel like I've rocked with you, or we've rocked with each other since you got out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you started, like you said, right? You took whatever you could, right?
Yeah.
Started at the junkyard.
For 3 years.
Yeah, bro, for 3 years. And we would chop it up from time to time, and you would tell me about, all the ideas that you had and stuff like that. And I not once ever thought, like, this guy's all talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew you had a future, and I knew you just needed I knew you needed an opportunity is what you needed. And I think that's what old boy Crutchfield, right? That's his last name.
Yeah.
I think that's what he saw as well. And that's why he told you to go sell. And that's why I told you, I was like, bro, hop into car sales, give it a try. You know, you never know. All you need is an opportunity. And you need an opportunity to be able to control your income, if that makes sense. You know, like, because you can go to a dealership and you can sit at your desk for 2 weeks, and bro, you ain't gonna make no money.
Yeah.
But if you give you the time and the ability to go and try to sell, you're gonna try. You're gonna do everything you can to try to sell as many cars as you can, to try to make as much money as you can. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, you've came a long way, and it's beautiful to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you do for you and your family. Did you ever think that getting out of prison, or let's say in prison, right? Let's take it back. Let's take it. You're in prison. Did you ever envision yourself, like, did you ever think, like, man, one day I'm gonna be able to do everything that you've wanted to accomplish today? Like, as far as, like, because you, like you said, bro, you bought a crib. You just bought your wife and your kids a fully loaded van,
Swagger
bro.
wagon.
The Swagger wagon, bro.
It's a minivan.
Yeah.
I never thought it would be a minivan,
bro. But that minivan is clean,
minivan,
bro.
Dan.
And whenever you pull up, the kids, Luca and Leia, are in the Lana. They're in the back. They're chilling. They're watching TV, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you ever think you're gonna be able to provide for your family like that, bro?
So pretty much, so to answer your question, it's like, but you can't really see it.
Yeah.
And then it happens, and you're like, dang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm a very transparent person, bro. There's guys at the dealership that kill it more than I do. And they make there's a handful of just guys. I will say I'm not the best, but I am learning and I'm growing and I'm always striving to be better. But I did between us, right?
Yeah.
And everybody watching, just for the purposes of encouraging and stuff like that. But everybody was like, you know what, just go sell some whatever. And I didn't think that with the felon, bro, no job back. All I need is an opportunity.
Yeah,
that's
what
it.
I'm telling you, bro.
No. You don't know how many applications I submitted, because I have an associates in business management, thinking that I can use that and stuff like that on my job application, but I had no experience, so I didn't get. Bro, I could not get a job nowhere.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the junkyard, right? And so anyways, I finished my first year in the car business, literally just a couple grand shy of 100,000.
Bro, so you were very close to six figures.
Yes, like I'm talking about. Well, if I count like the Chrysler money and stuff, there I was probably
you were over. Yeah.
Just hit probably 100 grand.
Right.
Like in total.
Yeah. Dang, bro.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
there's some people in their lifetime that don't even touch six figures. Period.
Yeah, and bro, it doesn't even sound real coming out, because you don't like physically like.
No.
Man, look, I have 100, right?
Yeah.
But man, and it's just on to the grind. Like, let's do it again, let's be even better. You know what I mean?
But your life compared to when you were at the junkyard, has completely changed.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, like you said, you don't see it, right? Yeah, bro, you got on some nice kicks, you got on a nice shirt, you got on a nice hat, Your kids wear nice clothes. You guys eat good.
Everybody's
you guys live.
care.
You guys, yeah, everybody's taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And like, wealth isn't just. I heard this the other day, and it stuck with me big time. Wealth isn't just money.
No, for
It's
sure.
you're the most wealthy when you're living a happy life. You know what I'm saying? And like, yes, you're nowhere where you want to be, but that next level is coming, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
and
for sure.
and to be where you are today compared to where you were 6 years ago is crazy to see. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
You should be proud of that, bro. Honestly.
I was just talking to Eric
Yeah.
Crutchfield, and check this out, bro. just real quick. Look, where's it at? Right. It should be right here. Look. So talking to him, and I said, look, bro. I told him, I said, what are you doing still up? He goes, I'm in. This is what he says. Look, I said, it was like 12, and he posted he had a story or something. It was like midnight. I'm like, this guy never says it's midnight. So I was like, man, what are you doing up? What are you doing up at midnight? And he's like, I'm in Whataburger parking lot in a McLaren.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in the park. I'm in line at Whataburger waiting for my burger in a McLaren. Yeah, and it's true. And I said, man, you're killing it, bro. Like, I'm still watching, blah blah blah. And he starts sending me pictures of some projects he's doing and stuff like that. And I said, bro, so I put he goes, we were in the pen a few years ago eating cakes made out of cookies. Man, I'll never forget. Look at that. We were in the pen a few years ago eating cookie cakes. Man, I'll never forget.
That's crazy, bro.
And I said, hand washing
clothes
in the sink.
Dang,
hand washing
yeah.
our clothes. I had a little typo.
Yeah.
Hand washing our clothes
sink.
in the sink.
Yeah.
He put, it sucked. Damn, the worst. In the day room watching Street Flavor because that's all the entertainment we could get.
Yeah.
He put, man, I hated it. I said, me too, bro. And we just kind of keep going on and stuff like that and just chopping it up. But this is somebody, we were literally on the rec yard together shooting basketball. And now I'm out here selling cars, out here selling homes.
Yeah.
And we're by far, we're not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm filthy rich because I'm not. I'm I'm like, all right, I got to sell so many cars by the end of this month to make a check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not always gravy. One of my checks for the first 2 weeks of one of the months prior was like $140.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to work, bro. You got to put in work. Yeah. But look, this is going to blow somebody's mind. Like people that are like, well, I don't have this, I don't have that. Bro, so just put it like this. My first year in the car business, I was just shy of $100,000. Do you know what I made that money with?
That's it.
My hands and my feet.
That's it.
They weren't my cars.
No.
It wasn't my dealership.
No.
It was literally just a middleman.
That's
it. Hey, are you guys looking for a car?
Yeah.
Perfect. What brings you by the dealership? How can I help you?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Then we'll get the keys and we open it up for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally, there was not a physical tool. Maybe my pen.
Yeah.
But nobody said, here, go make $100,000.
Yeah.
I made it with my hands and my
feet
and my mouth just talking.
Yeah.
So when people say like, I don't have what I need to go do that.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything tangible. It was my hands and my feet.
Bro, and to piggyback off that, bro, even if you were in a wheelchair, you could still go out there and sell cars, bro.
You could do it in crutches.
Bro, you could do something. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And
I mean, my first month, I didn't even have a work uniform.
Yeah.
And my first month, I made 12 G's.
Exactly,
in 30 days.
Bro, so tell me how that feels, bro. I remember you calling me.
Yeah.
And telling me, I remember. So I used to sell cars too, and I remember my first month, bro, laying there with Anna, and I think like my second check, my commission check hit, right, and it was probably like 11 G's, bro. And that was after taxes. I remember it hitting my account my very first month, bro. I won Salesman of the Month. I remember it hitting my account. And bro, just like laying in bed like this, dog, for like 30 seconds, bro. Like just like, man, is this really happening?
I thought you got your income
tax. I thought I had rollover income tax for the past couple years, bro. And I remember just laying there and showing Anna like check it out, and she was just like, whoa, where's that? And I'm like, that's hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
straight up.
Tell me how you felt when that that first like month came. Like you obviously, right, and that's the thing, right? You're that's also something you weren't used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so we talk about, you know, like you not being the richest man in the world and stuff like that, and it's cool, bro. You are seeing a lot more money than you ever have. But whenever you go from making, you know, a certain amount a month,
$2,200,
right, $2,200 a month, bro, to making 12 grand in 1 month, you almost don't know how to act, bro. You like honestly, as a person, like you're bro, you're just like you don't know what to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just like, because you want to enjoy. You have all these things in your mind that you want to buy, you want to get, and you have the opportunity to do it now. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Anna asked me something the other day. It was funny. I just told you I bought another camera, right? And it's for the podcast. It's for leveling up and helping all of the viewers, you know, get better content for them. I bought another camera, right? And it popped up. I've been looking for this camera for a minute. It popped up. I liked it. I bought it, right?
Yeah.
I told Anna, and she was like, "Well, how much was it, right?" But I told her, and she goes, you don't. What'd she say? You don't. It doesn't hurt you, or it doesn't. You know, you're not scared to spend money, or you're not. What did she say? I can't remember what she said. But anyways, along those lines, right?
Yeah.
She was like, it doesn't bother you like to spend money, and I'm like, I mean, sometimes, you know. And I was like, yeah, boy, chugged it. I was like, nah, not really. Like, and she's like, how? And I was like, 'cause I work my ass off.
Yeah.
That's why. You know, like so. I work my ass off to do the things that I want, to get the things that I want. I never thought that I was going to be able to buy my family a vehicle or, you know, go and buy something cash or do any of that, bro. But I've come a long way. And I have it. Everybody has a different story, right? I thank God I have never been to the penitentiary. But I didn't come from much either, bro. Right. Like, you know, like my parents took very good care of me, made sure I had food, made sure I had, when school was starting, made sure I had the nicest, not the nicest stuff, but made sure I had some decent nice stuff. Yeah, some nice stuff, new stuff, you know. But we didn't have the biggest homes. We rented our entire lives. Didn't really have a lot, bro. And coming from that, I never saw myself being able to provide my family and I with the stuff that we do, how we do it. You know what I'm saying? So like it's you know, kind of getting off subject, but you yourself have came a long way, bro. So tell me how that felt. Tell me how, like you said, you made that the first month, right? You made around 12 grand or so. When did it seem realistic? Like when it hit your account, or was it when you got the slip, the pay slips, or what? Like when? Like tell me how it felt. Yeah.
So it's funny, but not with. It didn't become real with any of that. The way that it became real was when we went out to eat, and I was like, man, such and such is, man, that's $20, that's $30, and I just thought to myself, like, well, shoot, it don't even matter. You know what I mean? It don't even matter.
Bro, that's so funny, dog.
You know what I mean? And like I said, once again, there's people that make 12 grand in a day. So, you know, but for me, according to my lifestyle, it changed a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. I think, so I have got the guarantee out the way, because you get that on the 15th and the 30th, and then you get one fat check at the end when you're on the guarantee. So the first month, I got, you know, the 1500, which is 2500, and I think the last check was all my commission or whatever, and it was like just shy of $9,000.
Damn,
so
bro.
it just and it hit, and I was like, that's more than I got in my savings.
Dog,
you know what I mean? Like, I've been saving for 3 years.
Hey, bro, you just developed the savings.
That check was more than what we had in the savings, and we've been saving for freaking 2-3 years. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's when it hit, bro. When we would go out to eat, that's when it would hit every time. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big foodie. Everybody knows.
Bro,
I can eat.
Bro, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Bro, same here. We love to eat. We love to try different stuff, and talking about opportunity, right? I actually sent you. It wasn't a TikTok. It was something on. It was something on Instagram, and it was a guy who, I don't know if he was in jail or he had just got out of jail, but he would basically recorded himself, and he was talking about basically saying, you know, like, oh, you're out there, like you think you're this, you think you're that. you think you want this life, like it's not worth it. Like he's basically saying like your freedom and your time out here is not worth it. A lot of people take advantage of the opportunity that we have and just living the free world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, for sure.
And I think I sent it to you, and I was like, bro, it's a blessing to have you out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to see you out here and not in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the cool, bro. Like, I'm kind of glad that I didn't meet you till you got out, and the only reason being, bro, is because I have a big heart, and I hate seeing good, genuine people go through some hardships. You know what I'm saying? So like, and you experienced a lot while you were in the penitentiary, bro. Like, you know, you lost family members. You went through a lot. So let's go back to like when you were in the penitentiary, right?
Right, for sure.
What is one of the craziest things that you've seen in there? I guess, you know, like as far as what goes on there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of shows, a lot of different things that go on in as far as
I'm telling
in jail.
Kara is like, she's all amazed at the or interested in that 60 days in. I'm like, I'm right here. Like, what do you want to know about it?
Yeah,
you know
just ask me. I was there.
Yeah. No, so I'm gonna show the camera. You know, just to give them a visual.
Yeah.
You know? So
the kid.
This was.
It'll focus. Hold on. You gotta.
Okay.
There it goes. There he is, right there.
So,
I'll edit. I'll edit it to where it's like. So no, hit that again.
Okay, so let me turn the. Just so.
Yeah.
You know, that was at one point in time in there. Let's see. There it goes.
It's because I cover my eyes.
They'll be able to see it right there.
Yeah. Damn.
So that was me. I think right here I was around. Oh, bro, I was probably like 20 right there, maybe.
So you were in there?
Yeah, I was in the penitentiary at that point. Yeah, and then I was about 9. I was like 19 or 20 right there, and then just to show them some other pictures real quick. This was also.
Oh, hold on.
There it goes right there. So.
You notice whenever I cover my eyes, it does that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's because it has like a face recognition thing.
Okay. So.
Dang.
Yeah, so just to give the people you know, a visual and stuff like that. So one, you said like one of the craziest things that I've seen. So I was on a young unit. I was on a young unit. So the average age was 18 to 25. That was the average age. Of course, you had a lot of older guys there, like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, so even some 70-year-olds in there. You know what I mean? Been locked up 30 years, 30. I think I knew a guy named Hollywood, and they called him Hollywood because he was always lying. And so, for real, they're like
everybody has nicknames, right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Did you have a specific nickname, or was it just?
So Crutchfield, Eric, and he can testify to this. We were just playing basketball one day, and I don't know, he just started calling me Day Day.
Day Day,
okay. Yeah, and I'm like, whatever, right? I didn't even like tell people.
No.
You know, oh yeah. But people just started adopting it, right?
Yeah.
And it sounds so hood. It's all penitentiary. It sounds all hood and stuff. So yeah, and either that or they'll just call me my boy Lil Buddha, and Lil Buddha. That nickname, right? He's like my dog. He's like 5'2". And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's healthy, super healthy.
Yeah.
And he would call me D-Ray. So a lot of people would. It's just easier.
Yeah.
Look out D-Ray versus look out David.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds.
So just some people call me D-Ray, and then when I was at the trustee camp, some people called me Day-Day. Like
Day-Day.
Kara thinks it's funny too, because some people will reach out to me still, and they'll be like, Day-Day.
Yeah.
Hey, Day-Day. Man, what's up, Day-Day?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
That's crazy.
But to answer your question, I was on a young unit, so there was a lot of fighting. So there were more people on that unit. More of the percent, a bigger percent of the population had probably been locked up like less than 10 years versus the rest of the population that had been gone, 15, 20, 30 years.
Right.
So with that being said, there wasn't a lot of like, of the unit that I was on, I can only testify the unit that I was on. There wasn't a lot of stabbings and things like that.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of fist fights, like just nonstop.
Yeah.
Like just think about it.
Yeah.
Average age is 18 to 25.
Oh, bro.
everybody's trying to prove themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of guys know that they're going to be there for a long time, you know what I mean, 10, 15, 20 years. So they can get in trouble, 100 times,
and it don't matter,
and then act right before they see pro and still make it right. So
damn, that's
so
crazy.
yeah, so I saw a lot of crazy fist fights, man. Probably something a little more I guess a little more in depth would be I saw this one. I'm not gonna say his name because whatever. But one of my young homies, he had a mouth, bro. He had a mouth, and he was always, talking crazy, talking loose to just people in general. You know what I mean?
That's just how he is.
Yeah, that's just how he was. And I used to tell him, bro, you need to chill, bro, because you offend people. You know what I'm saying? Like you have an attitude, and he'll be like, well, what are they gonna do? A boxer, whatever. And I'm like, bro, it's gonna get you in trouble, bro. And two guys I knew like this, and they both got beat up. But anyways, one time he got into it with this one guy from Memphis and told him something like, you ain't from Memphis. Show me you're from Memphis. I'm from Texas. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Yeah.
And
so that dude was from here.
That dude was from here, yeah. And he got hit, bro, and he got hit at the perfect spot. And when he got knocked out, his whole side of the face like landed on a brick outside, and it shattered his bone in here like in 3 different places.
Yeah.
So they had to cut his mouth open on the inside, and they had to cut on his cheek, and they had to slide metal plates in there and then stitch them all up.
Yeah.
And when he came back from medical chain, I was sitting across from him at the table, and all he could eat was peanut butter for like the next few months. Jeez, yeah, until he was healed. He's just there like this, bro, like,
dude,
God, like licking the peanut butter, like that, like a bird.
Damn.
Like just licking it. And you just, bro, this whole side of the face, he just got 3 metal plates in his face. He can't talk right. He can't even full blown cry if he wants to. Yeah. And you just see him like that, just trying to lick the peanut butter. You just see tears just because it's frustrating.
That's crazy.
And bro, it's one punch, bro.
Yeah.
That just, now he has metal plates in his face for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro. That's
and
crazy.
Long story short, bro, he kind of didn't learn his lesson. Like, he's still in the mix. And he ended up, and if anybody was locked up with me and they watch this, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. And he was a good dude, bro. Yeah. And he got out, bro, and was in San Antonio linking up with some family, and he needed a place to stay, and he stayed at our apartment. Oh. So I still talk to him out here. And he... bro, he ended up getting in the mix again, bro, and ended up getting jumped again, and like they had no regards for his situation and just punching him down, bro. And he had to like get all his stuff like re-looked at and all that. Bro. Like, it was bad, bro. And then just multiple times, bro, seeing people get beat up until they can't even fight back because of the why they're locked up, like heinous cases, stuff like that. People, just getting beat, bro.
Yeah. In the as far as like the like you're talking about fights and stuff. As far as the guards, like, did it take them a long time to get to the like, or did they? There was some that weren't even that didn't even know about, or
no? There's bro. And then there's laws that are quote unquote good, like we're gonna take care of that when so and so gets here, because he'll let you do your thing. Because at the end of the day, like, it's one law against how many inmates?
Yeah, bro.
And there's some laws that realize I really don't want nothing to go down. Because, excuse me, because I'm heavily outnumbered.
I do not want to get jumped.
Yeah, so I don't want. So they'll be like, look, y'all do what y'all do, just don't bring any heat.
Yeah.
So it would be very organized, bro. There would be two guys watching the door here, 2 guys watching the door there, while they go in that last cell, 24 cell, and smash somebody.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I mean? Beat somebody up and check somebody or discipline somebody.
Did you ever you never got into any fights in there?
No?
That's good.
Yeah, and people who are locked up with me could testify.
Yeah.
And anybody can make it to the penitentiary. There's guys in there who were not living that lifestyle, got a DWI. There's even some. I mean, you hear about the young guys that, bro, killed the mom over an Xbox, or you know what I mean, the dad,
some
like
dumb stuff.
little kids, like geeky kids, you know what I mean, that are, and no offense, you know what I mean, but that are in there doing their time, and ain't nobody messing with them.
That's crazy.
Because it's all about just doing you and just being about what you say you're about.
Yeah,
if
don't try to be somebody that you're not.
If you say you're a Christian, be a Christian. And if you're a gangbanger, gangbang.
That's what you're gonna do.
And period.
Yeah.
So like there's a young guy out that I was locked up with, bro. He one day was a gang member, the next day he was a Christian. One day a gang member, one day he was a Christian. One day he's gambling, and one day he don't gamble no more. And this one individual in particular, bro, always was just having problems, bro. Always having problems, bro. And that's just how it was. And I minded my business and read my books, went to college, went to church, got heavily involved with the church house, and had good jobs, bro. I was always moving around, bro. I always had a good job in there. And as far as good job, I mean like working in commissary, working in the warehouse, to where I'm trying to be as free world as possible. And it goes back to like your mindset. Like just because I'm locked up doesn't mean that I have to be locked up. Like I'm in jail, but I don't have to be in jail. For
sure, yeah.
And every day I had a schedule, bro. I got a carpentry trade. Like I said, went to college, was in the church house. Like I was hardly ever in the dorm. I was either on the rec yard, I was at work,
doing something.
Bro, handling, unloading boxes off of 18-wheelers, coming in the penitentiary, like just always moving around and doing stuff, bro. Because in my mind, like that's the stuff I'm gonna be doing when I get out. So,
so you would say that you took full advantage and leveled up in there because you took advantage of the time and the opportunity that even though you didn't have the opportunity out here just yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But the time and the opportunity that you had in there, you took advantage of by doing what you were doing.
I asked myself, like, and I would ask people, so how much freedom can you possibly have as an inmate? This much freedom. Okay, that's what I'm gonna go do.
I'm gonna get that.
I'm gonna get that. Yeah. Where do I gotta work? Where do I gotta work at to okay, cool. Hey, what's up, you guys? Are you guys looking for a porter? You guys looking for a janitor? You guys looking for such and such? Let me know. I'm in commissary right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the same way you apply for jobs out here, bro. You go for little interviews in there and stuff. It's wild.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it went down like that.
Like, bro. And they'll call you in, why should we give you this job type of thing? Oh, well, look at my record. I've been straight since I got here, not getting in any trouble, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, bro, it got to a point where I was working in the front office on the trustee camp, bro. I had my own little office, had a TV, a DVD player. I can't get in trouble now. I'm on the free. But the officer would open the door for me in the kitchen at like midnight. I would go in there, whip me up some food.
Dang.
Yeah, like talk about freedom,
bro. That
bro.
Is that
freedom.
That's what I'm saying. So like
bro. It's crazy.
In there, like in there. That's freedom, bro. Like you said,
that's freedom.
Like that's privilege. You know
I can walk out of the dorm and the officer's not gonna ask me anything. Oh, that's David.
Yeah.
Dang, they're not gonna ask. Bro, we were on lockdowns.
Yeah.
On lockdowns. Dudes are you can't get haircuts on lockdowns. You can't even move. Dudes are getting haircuts with combs and razors. You know what I'm saying? Getting faded up on lockdowns. 24/7 lockdowns. Can't move. Can't do nothing. I'm on a lockdown, walking out of the dorm, grabbing the barber TDC clippers from the front office, bringing them back, sitting down on the floor of my bunk while my homie's giving me a fade with clippers while everybody else is getting cut up with a comb and razor.
Yeah. Dang,
so like whatever freedom I can have, I'm gonna have it.
I'm gonna have it. Yeah.
And
you hit mute.
My bad.
Nah, you're good.
So, and so that mindset, bro. So check this out. How did that mindset play a role in me coming out here? Well, when I'm out here in the free. There is nobody, and it might sound like, well, duh, but unless you register it, like it can really change your life.
Yeah.
Nobody sent a letter in the mail. Nobody called my phone. Nobody visited my house and told me you cannot make $100,000 a year. You're not allowed to.
Yeah.
There's no rule. There's a rule in place where you cannot make X amount of money.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can't do this and you can't do that.
Yeah.
Nobody's done that. No, I've never got a letter from authorities saying I can't do.
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So, shoot, how much can I make? As much as you want out here.
Yeah.
You just got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, well, can I do this? Can I do that? You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like,
yeah.
And that's the mindset. Like, nobody is telling you you can't do this.
Correct.
You can't do that.
Correct.
Nobody's telling you that.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling you that.
Yeah.
It's just you're paralyzing yourself with your own beliefs, thinking you can only go as far as your parents did, or you don't have this, you don't have that, so you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yep.
you can get in wherever you want to fit in.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people say like get in where you fit in. You can get in wherever you want to fit in.
Yeah, no, that's
can.
true.
You
That's
just got to
true.
take the steps necessary. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it sounds elementary because it is elementary.
Yeah.
You just got to go do it.
It is, bro.
That's it.
And it, you know what? It's crazy that you say that because it literally can be that simple.
Yeah.
And though it may take some hard work, it may take networking, it may take knowing the right people, whatever. Right?
Oh, for sure.
Like in order to do that, you have to go out and do it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I saw the other day. I can't remember. I'm not sure if it was a TikTok or if it was on Instagram, but there was somebody that basically said like, okay, I made X amount today, right? And basically asking the camera like, what did you do? You know, and with all due respect, I want to know what you did, and the difference between me and you is nothing. I just did it. I'm doing it, and you have the opportunity too. You just got to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like you said, right? You come out, you have the freedom. Nobody put a cap on how much you can make. Exactly. Nobody told you
this is how far you can go.
Exactly. Nobody told you any of that. So with the freedom that you have now, you got to run with it. You know what I'm saying? So kind of fast forward, right? Tell me about I guess something that happened in your life. I guess it could be the fact that you got locked up. Tell me about something tragic that happened in your life that you have learned from, and how did it help you level up? You know what I'm saying? Like how did it change your mindset? Did it, and it could be any situation or whatever.
Right.
Tell me about something.
Okay, so probably one of the most tragic things that happened, right, is for one, my mom passed away while I was locked up, and man, I mean that's a whole. We're gonna have to do like a part 2.
Yeah, we have to
of the podcast because that's a whole story within itself.
Yeah.
But long story short, that wrecked me. My mom was like my best friend. She visited me more than anybody. And she had her own struggles and stuff like that, and she didn't make a lot of money, and going through a lot with my dad and stuff. She still made it a point to drive 400 miles every weekend to go see me. You know what I'm saying? And every weekend we'll spend 2 hours together. And I had good friends that would like give her gas money to come see me, type of stuff. And man, we would just spend 2 hours together, and it would be good. It would be gravy. So, and it's hard not to get choked up, right? But bro, I think I can handle it pretty well now. You know what I mean? Just because the hope and the peace that I do find in Jesus Christ. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no other way around it. You know, people deal with things differently, and me, I find my hope in Jesus Christ and the promise of eternal life. Having our names in the Lamb's Book of Life, that type of thing. Yeah. So, but anyways, I remember when that happened, like, I just remember them getting a phone call, bro. And like I said, we're going to have to do a part 2 because that's a whole point, a whole concept, a whole story in itself that, like, I'd love to share with people in detail. Yeah. But just for the sake of time, I just remember getting that phone call,
Well, do you mind sharing the full story?
No, I don't. I don't.
Hold on. If you don't mind sharing the story, share it. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me, because you for sure are gonna be on more podcasts. Like it's just a given. Like you will be here more than often. We always have a lot to talk about, but as far as that situation, right? That's something tragic that happened in your life. Yeah. That obviously plays a huge role in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like losing a family member, your mom, your best friend at that, bro. Like that's huge, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I mean, I'm telling you, like, I'm for real. Everybody knows, family members and friends, just how close my mom and I were, bro.
Yeah. So tell me the story. Like I know you said she visited you every weekend. You said you got a phone call, or like, just tell me what happened. And then like obviously getting to the point, how has it changed you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, how has it influenced you to level up and all that good stuff? Obviously, like losing. It doesn't take losing a family member to level up, bro. But at the same time, I know it's played a role in something.
Oh, for sure,
life,
100%. So, I guess we could start off by saying, so for the first 2.5 years, or like 2 years to 2.5 years, whatever, right? Timing might be off just by a couple
Bro,
months or
by
whatever.
just saying for the first 2.5 years is a long time,
it's a
bro.
long
Like
time.
it's crazy. Damn,
That weapon?
I just got an alert.
Oh,
It doesn't matter though.
TP hit.
Hold on. Call you back. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, bro. So for saying the first 2.5 years, bro, that's a long time, dog. So like it's, that just continue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And there's gonna be like little points, man, that people could pick up and be like, "Dang, that's so true," and apply it to their life. So, for the first 2.5 years, my mom visited me every single day. I mean, not every single weekend, right? Maybe they might skip a weekend. My grandparents would come or whatever. So long story short, for the first 2.5 years, my mom would visit me pretty much every single weekend. Then it got to a point where her and my dad started going through their own stuff, their own personal stuff. They got separated again, blah, 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 whatever, right? And my mom, I guess, and I don't know all the details about their story or whatever, but I guess my mom tried hard to really keep them together, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way.
Right.
And I guess part of the way that she dealt with it was, she'll go have some drinks with some friends and stuff like that. Just get her mind off of it, which I completely and totally understand.
Yeah.
Right. And she'll just get her mind off of it and things like that. But when her and my dad started going through their stuff, and they got separated, the visits started to slow down. And it went from she wasn't coming every weekend. There was a point in time where I didn't see her for a few months.
Damn.
And I was getting friends from a couple of my friends. One of my main homies, Mike Elizondo, who would go out there visit me pretty much a bunch. He probably visited me the most out of everybody. Like when you look at the whole time, he literally rocked it with me the whole 6 years. And so anyways, the visit started to slow down, bro. And it was just... it would make me sick, bro. It would make me sick to the point my stomach would be turned upside down. I couldn't get a hold of my mom. I would call her phone. There was no money on the phone. And I was at probably, 20, 21 at the time. And I didn't know how to handle it entirely, my emotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm still locked up. I still got another 3 years to go before I see parole.
Yeah.
And at that, there's no guarantee that I'm even going to make my first parole. And this is in the year of like 2014, 2015.
So you could have gone to parole and they could have just said, "Hey, you're going to have to do your 10 years." Like
They could have. I could have got a
right?
serval. I could have got a 2-year, 3-year set off. And by the way, I didn't even make my first parole, and we'll get there.
Yeah.
But so long story short, man, I just started to see my mom a lot less. I started to talk to her a lot less, and it started to mess with me so bad, bro. It would have hurt me. Like I couldn't focus on what I was doing there at the penitentiary, like my schedule, my work schedule. I was in the choir. I would be at work, couldn't talk. I couldn't be myself just because I wasn't seeing my mom, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And if anybody's close to their mom, like
that's part of your while you were locked up, that became part of your routine, your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like I see my mom very often.
I'd call her
you know
at this time. I'm sincere this weekend.
Yeah.
Bro, they would probably one of the, I was 21 years old, but there would be days where I wouldn't talk to her, but I just knew for sure she was going to come visit me.
Yeah.
I would get a haircut. I would get ready. I'd sit on my bunk. I would fold my clothes a certain way, put them under my mattress, sleep on my mattress, wake up, it'd be creased a certain way.
Yeah.
Everything would be washed, bleached, all that. The shoes would be on point.
That's how y'all would crease your clothes.
Oh, we'll put it under the mattress, lay on the mattress, wake up in the morning all creased up.
The stuff that you tell me from time to time,
we start you, bro, for real.
You say it like it's nothing though, like you know what I'm saying. But you were used to that, and that's what's crazy, bro. Is that like a lot of people in now, like in the free world, don't realize what we got, bro. Like it's
bro,
crazy,
yeah.
bro.
I washed at one point. I was washing my clothes in the toilet.
Yeah, bro. See,
there was not enough water pressure on my sink.
Yeah.
I can't wash my clothes there. Like, what am I gonna do? Keep wearing it, or spray the toilet down, clean it with Pano or whatever,
that's crazy,
and wash my clothes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're like you said, your mom.
So everything just started
ready.
becoming less and less, and there were times like, well, I know she's gonna visit me, so it's been a few weeks.
Yeah,
I know she's gonna visit me. Hey, Mike, have you talked to my mom? Man, I haven't talked to her. But I won't go this weekend because maybe she's gonna go. So, and I would get there, bro. 8 to 5 is visitation. I'd be there at 8 o'clock, bro. Haircut, gel in my hair, I'm ready to go. Hey, you're gonna go to lunch? Nah, I'm gonna eat something here. I should be getting a visit soon. And then 5 o'clock comes, no visit, bro.
Damn.
Get on the phone, call her, can't get a hold of her. You know what I'm saying? Has anybody talked to my mom? Type of stuff. No, nothing. And she was. I remember a couple of times I got a few letters, and it was just nothing but apologizing, saying that she's sorry that she hasn't put money on the phone. She doesn't have the money to put money on the phone. Sorry that she didn't come see me, but she's gonna try to go this weekend.
Yeah.
Same thing again. I would be ready, bro, and nothing.
Yeah.
No visits. I'd be ready from 8 to 5, sitting on my bunk, just knowing at any time they're gonna call me for a visit. And if you know you're waiting, you're anticipating something. Any bunk they call, 5 6 bunk. Did she say 34 bunk?
Yeah.
Man, she said 6 bunk.
Yeah.
That does not sound nothing like 34. I could have swore she said 34 bunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything sounds like you.
Yeah.
Jacob. Did they say David?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're waiting for it.
Yeah.
And anyways, bro, it just became hard, bro, and it was dark. Like, imagine being in a place where you cannot get out of the dorm unless somebody opens the door for you.
Yeah.
You cannot get on the phone and call at any time because there's certain time limits. You can't be on the phone. And then when your family tells you they are going to visit you, you go on a lockdown and you can't get the visit. Like, it just sucks, right?
Yeah.
So going back to the story, I remember the last letter I got from my mom was a letter where she was like, and I think I still have it to this day, where she was just like, I'm so sorry that I don't visit you as much as I should. I understand you're probably mad and upset with me, but I'm just going through a lot. I'm hurting, blah, 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 all that type of stuff. Really trying to make things work out with your dad, but he doesn't seem he wants to, to work things out.
Yeah.
And anyways, the one point in there, she was like, I will never be complete until you come home. I have the letter. I have it at home.
Damn.
She says, I will never be complete. I will never feel 100% again until you're home.
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm a grown man at this time. You know what I mean? So that messed me up, bro. And before that letter, I had stayed up to like 2 a.m. just writing a letter, and it would get to a point where I'd be going off on her on the letter, like, you don't see me, you're all I have, like,
mad,
you're all I care about, and you don't come see me. You rather spend money on going out than coming to see me, and you rather spend, like, just going off, bro. And crumbling up the letter because I can't send it. Writing it again, and it just turns into like a hate letter. Like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Don't visit me. I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you when I got. But don't have it in me to send it off because that's not me. Crumble up the letter, throw it, bro. I remember one night in particular, God is my witness, and I can't, bro. I cannot send this letter of how I truly feel, and it'll just make me break down because I cannot express myself. Imagine being in a position where you want to express yourself, but it could be detrimental for the next person, so you got to hold it in.
Correct.
Right? So, anyways, and I know she's going through her things, but I'm going through it too. You know what I'm saying? And at this point in time, you're the only person that can bring me joy. Peace, like, I want to see my mom. I want to see you this weekend. Do whatever you can do to come see me. And what sucks even more is that I want to help her so much. Like, I got so much to say. Look at this stuff that God showed me last weekend in the Bible. Come visit me. I want to share it with you.
I want to.
Look at this stuff that I learned. I was talking to a brother of mine who's going through some similar situation. Look at all this advice and wisdom he gave me. I want to share it with you. Come visit me. It will change your life.
You wanted to help your mom.
Yes, I wanted, and the only way I can't do it on a phone, bro. This is not gonna hit.
You have to be here.
You gotta be sitting across from me in the penitentiary. And my mom would say all the time, she would joke around and tell her friends, like, man, I went to go visit David and encourage him, and I left him encouraging me, and he's locked up. You know what I mean? And so, bro, like, having kids now, like, I could not imagine what she felt seeing her kid in the penitentiary. You hear the term all the time, like, mama bear. Like, they'll do anything for their kids, bro. Now imagine a mom being in a situation where there's nothing I can do for my kid. And she would try to express that to me, and I would be like, Mom, I'm fine. Like, I can handle myself.
And
you know what I mean?
We don't think about that, bro, like, until you have kids.
Bro, I have kids now. I have 3, right? And shoot, I mean, y'all know how I am. You know what I mean, with my kids, bro. I can't stand if they feel helpless or you know what I mean, or anything like that. Like, if they're sick or whatever, like, you can't work. I can't go to work the same. I'm constantly how are the babies, that type of thing. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine how she felt. On top of that, her oldest son's locked up. On top of that, she's going through it with her with her husband. You know, they just got a divorce. Apparently, my dad just told her one day, like, he packed all his stuff, and she's like, "Where you going?" And he's like,
I'm out.
I'm out, you know.
Damn.
And that was it. He didn't tell her in advance or anything like that. I mean, that's the story. I've never asked my dad about it, but that's what she told me how it went down. And by the way, I have a phenomenal relationship with my dad. You know what I mean? He's my everything too. Yeah. So, but anyways, so that night I'm trying to write these letters, bro, and nothing. And you know what? The only thing that came out of me after like my 5th time putting the pen to the paper was Mom, even if you don't visit me, the rest of the time that I'm locked up, when you come see me, I'm gonna pretend that you've been visiting me every weekend. If you never put money on the phone again, and you finally decide to do it, and when we talk, I'm gonna pretend like that we've been talking every single day. Yeah. You know, and if you never write me again, if you didn't even respond, because I went through months, bro, where I didn't hear from her, bro, and I said, if you never write me, if you don't even respond to this letter because you're so busy doing whatever, I'm gonna keep sending you letters every week as if you're responding to every single one of them. And I wrote her that letter, bro. And for the first time in like a few months at the time, she responded to me, and then that was that letter. I'm hurting. I'm going through it. I'm crying as I type. And it was a little paragraph, bro. My mom usually sends pages. Yeah. You know, she's like, I'm hurting, but I'm gonna try my absolute best to visit you this weekend, bro. I hadn't had a visit at that time. I hadn't had a visit from her in a few months. I haven't had a letter from her in a few months. I think we talked on the phone a few times. And when I did, she was kind of a little drunk when I talked to her. So it hurt me, bro. Yeah. I would cry, dog. Yeah. At 20, 21 years old, I'd be in the penitentiary crying, bro, at night, just because I wanted to help my mom. And I felt like I had everything she needed as far as words of advice, words of wisdom, the company to be like, Mom, let's go to the park. Let's go do something. You know what I'm saying? To help change her life for the better. Let's go to church together. Let's do all this stuff together. And I felt like I had it, but it's 3 years away. Yeah. So you can't do any of that for another 3 years. Yeah. So let's hope that she makes it. Correct. Those whole 3 years, that's literally what I was battling with. Yeah. And that letter that I sent got her to write me back and to visit me that weekend, bro. Damn. She visited me that weekend, bro, and I can just tell, dog. I could just tell. That she was hurting, bro, that she was broken. Her eyes were puffy. Her eyes were red. She didn't have a lot of rest. She was hurting, bro, and just barely getting by. And I didn't waste a minute of that visit going off or being mad. It was just holding her hand, loving on her.
Letting her know, bro. It's all right, bro. Tough to talk about, bro. You good. Take your time.
I just gotta stay positive about it. Yeah. Yeah. So I knew that was coming. I just had to get it out of my system.
It's all good, bro.
You know.
Yeah. It's not an easy thing to talk about, bro. And I appreciate you continuing to share the story. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know for sure that there's people that are going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it takes to bless the next person, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about it.
100%,
bro. I made it through, so and if I can make it through, somebody else can make it through too. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, dog, it feels like I'm telling you about a movie that I saw, bro. Because,
bro, whenever, and bro, I and again, right, I appreciate you sharing your story. I feel like every time we talk and we chop it up, bro, it's always something new. I learned something new about you and your story every single time we talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're on the podcast, you feel me? We're on the podcast right now, but, bro, we do this all the time, you know what I'm saying? And we get into detail, bro. Like everything that you just told me, bro, I didn't know any of that. You know what I'm saying? So hearing it is...
And I appreciate even this scenario here because I got to get it out of my system,
100%, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it helps me deal with it still. Like, these ain't things that are like dealt with and it's all good. It's bro, things that you deal with every single day. Bro, you know what I'm saying?
The only thing, every day, like you said, right?
Everything I'm talking about, it's not something that's done.
Nah, bro. It's not like, bro, okay, one time.
Still there.
Yeah, it's not like one time, let's talk about it. Okay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you probably deal with it every day, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And like, bro, losing somebody like that is very tragic.
Yeah.
You know, but you know it like you said, if it helps the next person
Oh, for sure.
get to where you are today,
Yeah.
bro. Shoot, bro. I tell you what, bro. Your mom will be proud of you, bro.
Oh yeah.
She really will.
And I'm telling you like this too, like, you know, it's real. Like everything we're talking about is real, bro. It's not
Yeah.
no, bro. Trust me, like it's. I don't. I'm glad we're doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
there has been a lot of people that are like, bro, you know, you really helped me out, bro. You
Yeah.
really blessed my game,
Yeah.
you know, with that or whatever. And at the end of the day, bro, you know what? If it wasn't for God, bro, if it
Yeah.
wasn't for Jesus, like I find hope.
Yeah.
Like my mom is not gone. She's not here. She's
Yeah,
there.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but still to this day, dog, it's hard to even visit the I don't remember when was the last time I went to go visit the cemetery, bro.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
just
same,
because
bro.
it's hard,
It's
bro.
tough,
You know what I'm saying?
bro. Yeah, so like it to kind of I'm gonna let you finish. I want to hear the rest of the story. But yeah, like losing my grandfather, right?
I remember, yeah, I remember.
That was the first family member that was really close to us that I
Mm-hmm.
lost, right? Like it's crazy, and he's not even my blood, bro. But like he was my grandpa since I was born. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But you're right. Like talking about it, like bro, it's not something you deal with one time. Like bro, I was this past weekend. I was talking to Anna's dad, and we were talking about something. I told him I was like, yo, like I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. Like I learn a lot from you, and I want to let you know now that I appreciate you before it's too late. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I like if my grandpa was here right now, I would tell him how much I've learned from him and how much he's taught me.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's I think that's what kills me the most is the fact that I won't get that time back to tell him how much I appreciate him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, you can go ahead and continue your story.
Yeah.
I'm sure, you know, that's something that you deal with too. You know, your mom, not being able to tell her like, hey, like you have literally gotten me through so much. You know what I'm saying? And she
Yeah,
still
oh,
is,
yeah.
bro. She still is helping
Oh,
me
for
get
sure.
through so much. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, and that's one of the main things, bro. Is like that, and that's one of the hardest things the hardest pills to swallow in life, and probably one of the hardest concepts to grasp is, bro, you do not get time back, bro. Like when it's done, it's done. That's it. And man, so that night, so boom, she visited me, right, and I think that I only got 2 visits that year. That was 2015. No, 2 pictures. I think she had visited me like a little bit in the beginning, but I want to just say, like, just for the sake of the story, I want to say it was like a March, April, and May. I didn't see her, and then June she visited.
Right.
It was like June or July. Like June or July when she visited, and bro, it's crazy, but how it all happened because apparently they weren't supposed to be taking pictures that day, but because their cameras were down or something, and they didn't take pictures during visitation for like, I don't know, like a month or so. Like they were just not taking pictures.
Yeah.
So when when they visited us, when she visited me, I wasn't expecting to take pictures. And sure enough, they were taking pictures, bro. And I was like, dang, I thought the cameras were down or whatever, right? Whatever the scenario was. But I didn't think we were going to get any pictures, bro. Well, we did get a picture, bro. And that was the last visit that I would ever get from her. And, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And just imagine if I did express all my anger. Imagine if I did for the only 2 hours we got.
Yeah.
Imagine if I did
We
go
just
off or
spent it going off on her or whatever.
been selfish and be like,
yeah.
you know what I've been going through.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But bro, I just held her hand, bro, and we laughed, bro, the whole 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just chopping it up, bro, and little did I know that'd be the last visit we ever had.
Yeah.
And the last picture we would ever take together.
Yeah. Damn, bro.
So and bro, it sucks, but shortly after that, again, I didn't hear from her after that again, bro. I didn't get a phone call from her, I don't think, just like a message, like when I talked to my boy Mike, hey, your mom says she loves you, you know, she's gonna put me on the phone soon, you know, that type of thing, but I didn't get to talk to her, nor did I get another visit after that. And then September, I want to say it was September 3rd, or September 3rd or 4th or something like that, or was it the 8th? I don't know. It was in the beginning of September. I'm walking down the hallway. I'm working in the warehouse in the penitentiary at the time. I'd barely been gone like 3 years or whatever. Yeah, from 2012 to 2015. So 12, 13, 14. Yeah, about 3 years. A little over 3 years. And long story short, I'm walking down the hallway with my boss, Miss Rodriguez, and my boy Blanco, who I'm getting ready to order some shoes for him. And by the way, I've been knowing Blanco, Javier Blanco. I've been rocking with him the whole 3 years. He's my brother in the faith, Christian brother. Excuse me, from Conroe, Texas. And that was my boy, bro. And he'd been through a lot in his life. And so we were Christian brothers, bro. We're always chopping it up, always having Bible studies, just always. Literally the way we vibe out here is how we vibed in there, bro.
Okay.
Ate together, drank coffee together, chopped it up.
Yeah.
Bro, we were so close, bro. So close that my mom, there was a point in time where he wasn't getting visits. My mom would got on his visitation list, would come see him. And then my brother and my sister would be on my visitation list, and they would come see me. So it would be in visitation together just so he can get a visit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, multiple times, bro. And then I had other family members like my grandpa, some cousins that would come visit him and me at the same time. So we're getting visits together. Yeah, like this. Like it's me, Blanco, my mom, and my brother and my sister.
Yeah, so y'all were all just like hanging out.
And there's a table in between us, and we're chopping it up at visit.
Dang, that's
that's how close we were, bro.
Yeah.
And so much so that when my mom passed away, he got her name on his side in a rose.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, bro, like when my mom didn't visit me, she would visit me, bro. So in so many ways,
bro, that's like his
my
mom. Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
he was like in so many ways, like that's my mom. Like
Damn.
she played, bro. And when I tell you, like, I've been rocking with him the whole 3 years. My family was visiting after like 6 months. I was like, bro, I was always going to visit. He wasn't. So I said, man, how can I get you a visit? Well, look, put my grandpa on your visitation list. Put one of my cousins on your visitation list, and they're all gonna come down here together. We're both gonna get a visit.
Yeah.
So he was visiting my mom, bro. My family had the phone set up for him so he can call them and chop it up with them.
Dang.
Yeah, and
that's
so
crazy.
Yeah, so he got my mom's name on his side in a rose. It's the stem of a rose with her name, and it's one rose that's kind of like turned over or whatever. And it's her birthday and the day that she passed. And so I'm walking down the hallway in the penitentiary with Miss Rodriguez, and there was I don't know what, bro. I was walking down, and we're walking down a long hallway, bro, and we get to the point where we're at the sergeant's desk, which is like the main center, like where everything happens, where they control everything.
Yeah.
And they're like, Miss Rodriguez, you got a phone call. Come over here. And she's like, hello. And she's like, oh, hello, Captain. And then she just blinks, bro. Just blinks. And she's like, okay, we'll be right there. And she's just like, it's me and Blanco. And she's like, Blanco, go back to the warehouse. How you come with me? And bro, her face looks like if she heard some bad news. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, how? Just follow me. How? Just follow me. Yeah. And I'm following her, bro, back all the way down the hallway. And I was like, where we're going? And they're like, the captain wants to see you. And I'm like, bro, they got me confused with somebody, bro. Like, no matter what it is. I thought they were confusing me.
That you were in trouble
or like being involved with something. Yeah. Like, and like, I'm thinking the worst. Like, they got me confused with.
Bro, you already been locked up for
a couple years. Like, I never get called to the captain's office. And when somebody passes away, you get called to the chaplain's office. But the chaplain wasn't there that day. So they're calling me to the captain's office. And I'm like, I'm in some sort of trouble, like big trouble. The captain is calling me. So the way that it goes is it's warden, assistant warden, major, captain.
Okay.
So I'm like, and then captain, sergeant, and then so on and so forth. So I'm getting called to the captain's office, and I'm like, damn, I'm in some big trouble. No matter what it is, like I'm in trouble.
Yeah, something serious.
And I go in there, and he's like, he stands up, and he's like, "How? Have a seat." And I sit down, and he's just like, give me a sec. And gets on the phone, and he was like, okay. And, all right. Okay. All right. Okay, bye. Gets off the phone. And he's looking at me, and he's just like, he's taking a deep breath. He's shuffling through some paperwork, and he's just like, Miss Rodriguez, can you give us a second? And I'm like, bro.
What's
I
going
feel like
on?
the same feeling
when
right before I stood before the judge. Like, my heart, there's no floor beneath me. Like, I feel like I'm just free falling and waiting for something to catch me. And I'm like, what's up, Cap? And he's like, how, I don't know how to say this. because he knew my mom would visit me so much. They're working visitation. They're like, he's the captain. He knows my mom. He tells her hi when they come in.
Bro, how do you deliver?
You know what I mean?
How do you deliver that news,
yeah.
bro?
So he's like, how? He's like, I don't know how to say this. He's like, but bro, he can't say it, and he's just like, I'm like, Cap. I was like, you're freaking me out, man. I was like, what's up? I was like, give me the good news, right? Like, I'm trying to just trying to, and he's just like, and he gets teary eyed, and he's like, your mom was involved in a very severe car accident, and don't think she made it. And I was like, what
do you mean? What I mean?
Yeah. And, I'm glad I got it out of my system, because right there I would have broke down right there, bro. Just saying that, because it sounds crazy.
It does.
Just to think that she was involved in a car accident, right? And then if you think like, how much time did she have? Like, did she know she was gonna die, or was it instant? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. Like, what did she go with? How scared was she?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, again, dog. Like, golly, I just went through something like this a couple years ago, and I got locked up. God. You know what I mean? Like, and I was
like, it feels like it just couldn't.
Bro, I didn't know what to say, dog. I was like, I was just like, are you? The first thing I said was, are you sure it was my mom? It wasn't my aunt, a cousin, grandma.
Somebody.
Not that it would make it any better, but was it? Are you sure? How positive are you? And he goes,
my mom.
well, let me make a phone call. And he gets the song, and he's like, well, what was her name? Okay.
He says
Carolyn Bonilla.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I was like, so is she in the hospital? Is she like fighting for her life? Yeah. Or is she gone? And they're like, no, she passed on. She passed on. She's not with us anymore. And I'm just like, I didn't even know what. I was just like, all right, Cap. I was like, I appreciate it. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But bro, I didn't really believe it, bro. Like, I was in denial for the first couple minutes. Like, I was like, all right, Cap. He was like, are you okay? And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. He's like, do you need to go to the chaplain? Do you need to go to the not the chaplain, but the chapel? Like, in other words, you need to go pray. You need to go talk to God. You need some time to yourself. And I was like, nah, I want to go talk to Blanco. And they knew who Blanco was too. He'd been there for a long time. They knew he was a man of God. They knew he was all over the unit. And they're like, I was like, nah, I want to go talk to Blanco. And they're like, all right, cool. And so they're like, he's fine, Miss Rodriguez. He wants to go talk to Blanco. And bro, she starts crying, bro. And we're walking back to the warehouse department. And if anybody's like, what's the warehouse department in the penitentiary? Like, we were in control of taking everybody their soap, their toilet paper, their extra clothes. Like, it's the warehouse.
Like the supplies.
Supply. Well, that's exactly what it was. It's supply warehouse. Yeah. And so we go back, and we walk in the warehouse, bro, and it's a warehouse, literally, like the HB warehouse. Like, there's crates and little forklifts, and it's a warehouse. And Blanco's vibing, bro, listening to K-Love and just worship. He's literally in his own zone, worshiping God, just vibing. And he's like, what's up, dog? What's going on? And I was like, I just sat down, and I still wasn't crying, bro. I still wasn't crying.
You were denial.
I was just like, I was like, this is literally what I said, bro. And if Blanco called right now, because he knows I'm off, if he called, he could testify. I can't call him, but he can call the phone. Whew. And I was just like, man, I was like, bro, I don't know how true it is, bro. I even kind of chuckled. I was like, bro, I don't know how true it is, but they say my mom passed away, bro. And he was like, bro, imagine him hearing that. He was like, what?
Yeah, bro, it doesn't seem real.
Yeah, he was like, what? I was like, yeah, bro, but I was like, I don't know if it's true or not. And he was like, who told you that? And I was like, the captain. And he'd been locked up a few years. He had a couple of friends. He had a best friend named Kerry who had lost his mom, and they said they had to walk with him all over the unit. That his best friends everywhere he went, they had to follow him with a towel because he would just break down, bro. Just anywhere, just break down. And yeah, bro. So he was like, "What, bro?" And then it hit us. He just broke down, and I broke down, bro. Yeah. And just from then, bro, it's just a battle of accepting it, bro. Yeah. And shortly after that, just give you a little bit more detail because I'm sure you would want to know this part too. So I was like, so the next step is is figuring out if I can go to the funeral because you can. There's a furlough, right?
Yeah.
So you can go and they'll put you on free road clothes. They won't cuff you and let you go with your family and put in the form, all that stuff. And when I went to the ruling, like it's like court, I went to stand before the major, the ward, and all that, and they're like how like policy is policy, and there's nothing we can do to change the policy in writing as much as we want to let you go. You're 2 months shy of being eligible to go. Damn. And I was like 2 months. I was like 60 days. I was like, there's nothing y'all just can
let
do
me go,
to go mourn with my family.
Yeah.
And they're like,
sorry.
They're like, it's so hard for us to say no, but there's nothing we can do. It's in writing. Policy, like it's beyond us. It's beyond the warden. Yeah. Like there's nothing we can do.
No.
So what I did was my buddy Mike, he's real techie and has a kind of setup like this. Mm-hmm. And he recorded me through the phone, through the TDC phone system. And I basically gave a speech. You know, like, does anybody have something to say? And it was like a 20-minute speech. And I still have that letter to this day.
Damn.
And it was just a message of grace, bro. And that can be like a part 2 as well. That's another story within itself, that whole speech.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to go, bro. And I didn't get to go. And long story short, shortly after that, I found myself literally like weeks later going to the phone to call her and dialing and going through, like literally
the motion,
waiting for the answer, and then realize she's not here anymore.
Not here. Damn,
like she's not gonna answer.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna answer, and they're not gonna answer forever.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't hard enough, I would get on my knees and I would say my prayers at the end of the night or in the morning, and I'd be like, God, just whatever my mom's doing, like watch over her, protect her, keep her safe. You know what I mean? Traveling grace and mercy, and then realize she's not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
damn,
as much as I wanted to act out, bro, and all that, like I can't sit here and say that God didn't give me peace, bro. That God didn't give me peace. Because even in the midst of all that, you know, like, bro, it's the first time like I ever had like encounters with God, like not no audible like, hey David, don't worry about it, your mom's cool. It wasn't anything like that, bro. It was like these little impressions, these hints on the inside. You ever had that, like you're waiting on something and then you just feel like everything's gonna be okay?
Bro,
it's like that, but a little heavy. And I remember one time in particular, I was praying and I was just like, man, God, I can't believe my mom is not here. It's my mom. It's my mom. It's my mom. And I just remember feeling an impression like, David, before she was ever your mom, she was my daughter.
Yeah.
Just want you to know that. And it was like, you know, because we all heard the story about Job in the Bible where he lost everything, right? And there was a point in time where Job was questioning God, why this, why that? And he told Job, in long story short, and if you know the story, he basically told Job, like, Job, where were you? This is God's response when he was questioning him. Why did you take this, God? Why did you take that? How could this happen? And you know what he told him? He said, Job, where were you when I placed the stars in the sky and gave them all names? Where were you when I placed the sun in the sky and I told it when to go up and when to come down? So, hold up, bro.
It's all right, bro.
So, and he's basically telling God, like, he's basically telling Job, like, you think, like, he's telling Job, and it's kind of like what God was insinuating, like what I felt like God was telling me.
Yeah.
Like, David, are you insinuating that I'm not in control?
Yeah.
Hold up.
It's all right, bro. Take your time.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
See, like, this right here isn't really it's really not so much about my mom that I'm expressing myself like this. It's really just like just remembering, bro, that like
take your time, bro. It's not easy to talk about, bro. It's not. And it's okay. It's okay to shed a tear, you know?
Yeah,
it's okay to feel it. I mean, we got to talk about it one way or another, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure later on today you're going to feel some relief, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yeah, bro, you're going to feel real good, yeah.
I know cuz I'm already feeling relief, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I love, like, you know, like I never knew your mom. I've never met her. But shoot, bro, like I feel like I know her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've learned a lot about her from you. You feel me? Like it's.
Yeah,
It's
bro. No, I got you.
good to talk about.
So this is like this, bro. Like the expressions, bro. Like, uh, this isn't necessarily like because I lost my mom. Not that part.
No.
It's the part that I remember, bro. Uh I remember God comforting me, bro. Like I remember feeling that God was with me, bro. And
Yeah.
He's with me to this day. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? He's with us, bro. He doesn't like I say, he doesn't make everything, bro, like peaches and cream, bro, but he's with you.
Yeah.
He is with you,
Yep.
bro. He's there's a story in the Bible, bro, where uh Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, these three young dudes, bro, who the king of at the time of the town was like, look, at this time, I created this god. It was like an idol, it was like a statue, and he was like, what I want is I want everybody to bow down at a certain time.
Yeah.
When you hear the trumpet blow, when you hear this, and I'm giving this short story, I'm paraphrasing.
No, that's
I
good.
want you guys to bow down. And he gathered the whole town together, bro, and he blew the trumpet, and everybody but three young dudes bowed
Bow
down,
down.
and he questioned them, and they're like, man, we only serve the one true living God.
Yeah.
And they're like, he goes, well, look, I'm giving you an opportunity right now to bow down and worship this God, because if you don't, I'm gonna throw you in this fire pit. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, well, if that's what you're gonna do, like, come on with it, because we're not gonna bow down. You know what I'm saying? We, like I said, we worship the one true God, bro. And he turned up the flames, bro, in so much that the soldiers that carried these three young men to that fireplace, they burned before they even got there, and they burned right when they were there. That's how hot it was.
Yeah.
And those three, and I believe it, bro. And we're living in a different time, a time era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God works with us different now. We're in the New Testament, we're not in the Old Testament, so we don't necessarily see stuff like that go down. But we see miracles in so many other ways. So they go in there, bro, and that they said that nothing was happening to them, bro. That they didn't even smell like smoke.
Yeah.
That there wasn't even a stench of smoke on
Yeah.
them, bro. They were in the fire.
Yeah.
And that when they looked in the fire, they saw a fourth figure, and they were like, I thought we threw three in there. I see a fourth person. And they're like, and the fourth one looks like an angel. So I just feel like that's what happened with me, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
if anybody like looks at like what I went through and stuff like that, like they could definitely see like the hand of God, you know.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, 100%, bro. You know what? I remember, like I said, right? I'm trying really hard not to get emotional, cause,
I got you.
but hearing your story, bro, is very inspiring. But I remember, obviously everything that me and Anna been through, right? And everybody that knows us knows what we've been through. And it wasn't easy, you know, like, everything that we dreamed of as a couple, as a married couple.
Yeah.
You know, like you go through the motions of getting married, you know, getting engaged, getting married, starting a family, buying a house or whatever, right? I feel like the missing piece was our son, or our daughter, whoever God was gonna bless us with. And we had multiple miscarriages, and I, like you said, that feeling of everything is gonna be okay, right?
Yeah.
I remember the day that we were gonna go to the hospital. I remember taking a shower and dropping to my knees because, bro, it didn't seem real. It didn't seem real. Like, bro, my Anna was 40 weeks pregnant, and as close as we were, I feel like I've been through enough in my life to the point to where I was like, you know what, like we're still not there yet. I feel like we're not there 100%. You know, the feeling that you were talking about that you got, right? I felt that. I felt that on game day. I was telling myself in the morning it was game day, but it almost felt. It didn't almost feel. It just didn't feel real yet until the fact that I saw my son for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I remember being in the shower, dropping to my knees, and just talking to God, bro. I talk to God often. And like you said, right, you don't really get that that feedback, you know, like, hey Rick, you know, like you don't get that person talking to you, but I did get that feeling
Yeah,
of
that impression
everything. Yes,
on
bro.
the
That
inside.
yes, bro. That everything was going to be okay, and I've never felt that before. You
Mm-hmm.
know, as much as I pray and talk to God, um, one thing I have changed, um, is I don't really ask God to help heal my problems.
Mm-hmm.
I thank him for everything that he's given me. And I don't ever do that anymore, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
remember growing up as a little kid, right? And like even, you know, maturing, I would think of I think that's where it shifted. Instead of just asking to take away my problems, I would I ask God to walk with me, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, right?
Yeah,
And
that's what it's about.
and help me. Because I know that there's a plan for everybody. I know that everybody has a different story, but I know for a fact that He has a plan and a path for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that feeling that you're talking about, I know exactly what you're talking about because going through what we went through, bro, it's been over the course of almost a year and a half,
Mm-hmm.
2 years now, and man, it was crazy. I feel like that was the last piece to complete our family, and we finally got it. You know,
Yeah,
so,
amen.
bro,
Shoot.
seeing my son for the first time, bro, I freaking lost it. Like, you
Yeah.
know, and at that point, as well, right? Along with all the other confirmation in my life, at that point, it made me realize, like, okay, like you have a plan for everybody, and
Mm-hmm.
that, like, this is our plan, this is our path,
Yeah.
you know. Like you said, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some people's life goes a lot smoother than others, but you know, we work with what we can, and at the end of the day, we have to do whatever we can to level up, you know,
Yeah,
level
for
up
sure,
our
for sure.
for us and our family. But yeah, I know you talked about, you know, that experience that you had. You know, like I said, bro, your mom is looking down. She's hella proud of you, bro. You know, so
For sure, bro.
she sees everything that you're doing for your family, and I know that, you know, one day when you do get to talk to her
Mm-hmm.
again, bro, she's just gonna welcome you and just
Oh
be
yeah.
like, man, like you've become an amazing person. So um, now, you know, let's kind of like fast forward to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we talked about a lot, you know, as far as what's happened in your life, where you've been, what has made you who you are today, and you know, just going through experiences and stuff. You know, let's kind of fast forward to now, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you are a married man.
Mm-hmm.
You have how many kids?
3.
Yeah, 3 kiddos.
Lana Luca Leia.
Lana, Luca, Leia. Those man, those kids are amazing kids, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with you and Kara, man. You know, they every time they come around, you know, I have fun with them kids,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we always have fun. And I've always been one to just enjoy time with kiddos, especially y'all. So, you know, now, you know, you're a married man, you have kiddos. You are now a car salesman,
Mm-hmm.
killing it, doing great things over there. Um, would you say that, you know, this is the life that you envisioned whenever you were in the penitentiary, locked up
Oh
and
yeah.
going through that? You would? Okay.
Yeah, bro. For sure, for sure. I'm literally doing like everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's why, like, on my last birthday, I had made a post, and part of the caption was, uh, like, I'm not, I'm nowhere near rich,
Yeah.
but I'm rich inside.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not where I know I could be years
Mm-hmm.
later or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm barely starting out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Barely building the foundation, laying
Mm-hmm.
the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, like, I'm still on level one, bro. Out here in the
Mm-hmm.
in the free world. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on level one, bro. Level
You're
two.
just getting started,
Yeah,
bro.
and I'm not a and I say that to say that I'm not thinking of myself more than, like, I know I'm on level one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just getting started. I
Mm-hmm.
still have struggles to this day. Still have obstacles to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But to an extent, bro, I am living the life that I dreamed of. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just being free.
That's
like
what I'm saying, bro.
even if it's just that, but
Yep.
it's more than that now, right?
Yep.
Like I'm married, kids. Me personally, not saying that it's wrong or against anybody. I don't party, that's just not my thing. I don't go to bars and clubs. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
And literally everything that I envisioned as far as dad, husband, working hard, having things. It's so crazy, like looking at the kiddos, right? How they're growing up. Like they're growing up in a nice looking home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's not no 2-story,
Nah,
you know.
but it's a brand new.
It's new, and they're growing up in that,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Versus what we grew up in. And then they
100%,
go visit
bro.
their grandparents
100%.
who have a freaking big old crib in Canyon Lake, and they spend the night over there.
Yeah.
Like, bro, these kids are like years and years and years of building this experience so that our kids can live a better life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought about all that when I was in there, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think like, well, if somebody's like, well, what did you do to get where you are now? I have to start in the penitentiary. It took like walking, keeping my shirt tucked in.
Yeah.
Keeping my shirt tucked in, not hanging out with so and so, and not getting in the mix with, not gambling. Like all those little decisions that you think, like, bro, you're here because of a decision that you probably made on a night that you don't even remember.
That's true.
And it's playing a huge role in who you are today. And you may have forgot about it, but God didn't forget about it.
Nah, he knows.
And
it's part of your story.
Like, bro, I freak out on you, bro. Like when I met you and you were at Lennar to where you are now.
Yeah.
Bro, it's mind blowing, bro. Like, y'all, I met you guys before y'all had this house. You know what I mean? And just the level that I've seen you progress, it's amazing. But and it's not like, well, I did this one big decision and it got me where I'm at. It's literally like, oh, I woke up at 5 a.m.
Yep.
Wait, what did you do to get to where you're at? Oh, I woke up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It wasn't one time, it was repeatedly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, bro, every little thing counts, bro. Every little thing counts. And
You're right.
and yeah, bro, like when I was in there, it was everything that the decisions that I made that got me to where I am now. And like I said, I'm on level 1, bro, and I understand that. But I'm gonna keep going and keep going,
Absolutely.
bro. But I am living somewhat like a dream, bro.
Yeah, you know what, bro?
So,
I'll go back to what I said. Is being wealthy and living a wealthy life isn't just about money. It's about living happy.
Yeah, right here,
bro. As long as your heart's happy, your family's taken care of, bro. I'm the same here, bro. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, money is amazing, right? Like, that's at the end of the day, right? Like everybody could say, like, oh, it's just money. Like, bro, we're if all of us could have $1 million, bro, we would take it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's gonna buy us the nice things that we want and stuff. We're working hard for it, but to level up for our family. You feel me? So I think at the end of the day, we have to think about taking advantage of the opportunity and the time that we're given, and really use it to level up, bro. Like, every day in life, if you're being better today than you were yesterday, and it could be something simple, bro. Yesterday we didn't, and it's going to sound real stupid, but I literally think about stuff like this all the time. Like yesterday, I forgot to take out the trash. Okay, cool. Well, today I'm going to be better, and I am going to take out the trash. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts with something simple like that.
It does.
And I always tell everybody, they ask me for some advice and stuff. My brother reaches out to me for advice all the time, and I dummy it down for him like that, bro. Not to make him feel dumb or anything like that, but it literally starts with something simple like that. You feel me? It's something that is just like as simple as, okay, well, yesterday I woke up at noon, but today I'm gonna wake up at 11. Okay, cool. You got to start somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
And today, the first episode of the podcast, I was talking about getting back into the swing of things. Well, today, we didn't sleep at all last night, bro. Ivan was up and at it, bro. Like every hour and a half, bro. Me and Anna woke up, and we looked at each other. She was like, "You didn't sleep, did you?" I was like, "You didn't either, right?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Damn." So I got up at this morning. I got up at 6, and bro, I literally I napped for an hour, woke up, napped for an hour, woke up, and then maybe napped for another hour, woke up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I told Anna, I was like, just go back to bed. It's okay, right? And what I did was I knew you were coming over here, so we're gonna hop on the podcast. I knew I had to take care of some stuff, send some emails, make some calls. So I brought him over here to the office. I set him up, made sure he was good, he wasn't hungry, his diaper was changed, made sure he was well and rested before I started what I had to do.
Yeah.
But I also made sure that she was in the room napping, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. But the only way that anything was gonna be solved was by me getting up a little bit earlier. Maybe a little sacrifice, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, you know. It comes with the property, you know. I already knew what I was getting myself into, and that's, you know, it's a blessing. That's what I told Anna this morning. But yeah, bro, it all starts with the little things. So lastly, for anybody that's watching, what kind of advice would you give anybody that's watching, to help level themselves up from where you come from, bro? You know, you've gone through a lot of stuff. You have a crazy story. Like I said, you're gonna be on a few more podcasts, bro. Even if we come in here and just chop it up about everyday life and stuff, you know, I love doing this. What kind of advice would you give anybody who's watching this to help them level up as far as mindset or any of that? What kind of advice would you give anybody?
Right. So I would say, bro, and again, it's elementary, bro. And if somebody's like expecting me to say like this freaking thing that I heard from heaven itself, it's not. But I think what helped me and what got me through the things that I went through was how you look at things. It's perception, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Perception is key.
Yep.
Like it's so major, right? So like going back to like my mom, right? Something that helped me deal with it is that, you know what? I rather this is my perception, bro, and it helped me. Am I saying the right perception? Yeah, like the way you look at it.
You're right, bro.
I don't know why it feels like I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna edit it if you're not.
Right. So, the way I look at it, and it's like the way God helped me look at it too, because it's all about perception, right?
Yeah.
I would have rather had my mom and our relationship and her as a person. I wouldn't want anything different. If God gave her to me for 21 years, bro, I would rather have 21 years than no years. You know what I'm saying?
That's
what if I grew up without a mom?
It's a beautiful way to put it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I would have rather, and it makes me happy and appreciate that I had her for 21 years, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And if God, like, and I could look at it as like, man, I lost her. No, I didn't. You know what I mean? And this is not to make anybody sad or anything like that, but everything has a timeline, bro. Like at one point in time, bro, we're gonna be in heaven one day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and the hardest, I think, like, if you think about the hardest things to go through in the world, it's having to say goodbye, right? Like, I feel like most pain roots from, well, eventually I'm gonna have to say goodbye, right?
Yep.
But there's a positive way to look at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all
There's
about
a positive
perception.
way to look at it. It's all about perception, and that's for example. And if God says, you know what, David, you're gonna take a detour, you're gonna do 6 years, right, or whatever. Like, I mean, I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus like, what if it took me 12 years out here in the free to be where I am now, versus 6 years in there to give me the mindset and the character and the spirit that I needed to do what I'm doing now or whatever. Just being the man, like nothing to do with money, just the person that I am today that God made me. And I'd rather have that than not have it at all. I would have rather done that than anything else, bro. So it's all about perception. It's all about how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that will be like a game changer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about how you look at it. And then I guess the second thing would be, and this is also game changer, is, and I'm telling this to everybody who would watch this, is that you have, regardless what you think, regardless how you feel, you have everything you need to be successful for today.
You do, for today, yeah.
For today.
You're right.
I don't have the sheetrock. That's cool. You're gonna be pouring concrete today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the nails. Yeah. That's cool. You're gonna be drawing it up today. All you need is a pencil. Well, I don't have the hammer. Yeah. Cool. You're gonna be using your screwdriver today. Yep. Right. So you can you can come up with a million reasons as to why you can't do this, you can't do that. That's fine. That means that you're not supposed to do that today.
Yeah.
But what you have today is what you need
today
to be successful for today. Tomorrow isn't promised anyways.
100%.
But be the best husband today.
Correct.
You have the wife, be the best husband. You have the kids, be the best father. You have a day off. Spend the best amount of time that you can with, you know what I mean? Like
utilize it the best.
You have everything you can
today.
You have the money that you need for today. You may not have it for tomorrow or next week, but that's cool because that hasn't even came and it may not even come.
Correct.
But you have it today. You have the time, you have the ability, you have the resources, and you have the money. You have everything you need for what God has for you to do today. Period. Focus on that. And then tomorrow focus on that. And then the next day focus on that. Yesterday's history. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present, right? That's those little cliche lines would get me through, bro. Because it's elementary stuff.
It is, bro.
But you have everything you need to be successful today, period.
You know what? I couldn't agree with you more, man. I always preach that. It's crazy that you say that, but I always preach that to everybody because tomorrow's not promised. We're literally living on borrowed time. We don't have all the time in the world, bro. So we have to enjoy it while we can. Now that goes with like a thin line. Like you don't want to go and do something dumb. Whatever. Like that's not saying just live carefree because you live. You only live once. But at the same time, bro, you gotta enjoy life. You gotta enjoy the moments. Be wealthy in your heart and make sure that you enjoy life. So I'll leave everybody that's watching with this. As far as my advice to leveling up, just like David said, I couldn't have said it any better. Just focus on what you have today and use it to better yourself for the future, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So do whatever you can today to be a better person tomorrow. Like you said, you have the wife, be a good husband. You have your child, be a good father. A lot of people aren't even blessed with the opportunity to have a wife or a child. And if you just see it that way and if you view things properly, you'll be better and you'll level up. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, nonetheless, man, it's been a great episode of the podcast, man. I appreciate you hopping on.
Thanks for having me.
It was super dope having you come through. I was talking to Jake, and I was telling Jake that I told him about you coming on the podcast, and he was pretty excited. I was telling him in the future we're all gonna hop on together.
Oh, bro, that would be dope.
You know what I'm saying?
A third mic right there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We could all just like hop on and chop it up or whatever. But we're gonna be doing this weekly. I'm gonna be dropping new episodes every Friday. So, like I said, bro, thank you for coming through.
Thanks
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro. Sharing your story has been amazing. We look forward to bringing you back on and helping, whoever's watching. Again, the goal of this podcast is to help you in your everyday life. Today we talked about leveling up. I hope that you guys can, whoever's watching this can enjoy and take something from everything that we've talked about. Hopefully, it can help you somehow, some way in your life today. But just make sure you do whatever you can today to help your future level up. So, but yeah, thanks again. We'll keep everybody posted. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and share. Leave any comments if you have any suggestions or any feedback or whatever. We really appreciate it. But that's it for today's episode. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.